It's literally, it's like the grand finale of a Hollywood movie. You couldn't script a better finish, but the crazy thing is, this is only the semi-final. How Andrew managed to get out of this DOS choke, I have no idea.
Well, seconds out, back down the ramp they come into the alley for one more period.
So interesting to note the scores of that one. It was one judge scored at 10-8, but the other two scored at 10-9. So now it's actually a majority draw right now.
Yeah,
this is still very much Andrew's match to win.
Oh, looking to hunt the back.
Look at this. Andrew making his move.
Good
climbing the back. Here he goes.
Andrew Tackett.
Can he get under that arm? Kade reaching back. Andrew climbing, not able to get there, but he does come up on the other side of the guard here.
Yeah, he was trying to go leg drag, but he's going to have to accept close guard.
Listen, if Andrew can keep this going, and if he can win this round, 10-9, he will take the victory, I believe.
Yeah, it's all going to come down. Ultimately, it's all going to come down to this round. It's draws across the two of the judges' scorecards.
Check. Let me get an audio check. We'll get straight to these fights.
On that third scorecard to make much difference.
Tack it to the feet.
How's the audio, fellas?
Ruotolo opens the guard to try to counter. And back into the closed guard.
Oh, insane
buggy from the bottom.
Going high. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Kade even go for a buggy from the closed guard.
Checkity check.
Well, Tackett trying to get some passing going now.
All right.
First time we've actually had a chance to see the passing of Tackett in this match.
That's right. I mean, he put on a
Round of applause for everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Listen, right now what I'm doing, I'll give you a quick breakdown of what's going on in front of me at the moment. I'm watching the CJI Craig Jones Invitational. This match is absolutely a barn burner. I'm going to pull that up for you guys real quick. It's a hell of a match. And the UFC, right now, I'm just waiting for the main card to start. And let's face it, guys, the only thing we're really looking forward to is the main event. Let's not front over here like we're looking forward to anything other than that. What's going on, Jax? I see you in here, man. I see a few of you guys.
2.5 minutes remaining, or about 3 minutes remaining in this, but I'm going to say this.
How's everyone doing, man? Round of applause for everybody. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. SG in the chat. Audio's good. All right. What's up? Teddy, Cocky, Josiah. See a few of you guys, man. Oh, Josiah, didn't we block you last time? What did we do to Josiah? We threw him in the fucking bathroom. Beautiful takedown. Kade Ruotolo driving through. We are watching the UFC. If you're confused coming into the room, you're like, why is there jiu-jitsu on the screen? What's up, Fan Porter? All right. Let me do a quick check on the UFC, see what's popping. Does it pop up on the screen? Oh, it does. Yeek. That's not good. I'm wondering if CJI is copyright. I don't think it is. Gabi Garcia made a statement yesterday, and she said, make sure you stream it. If you're going to, stream it from the B Team page. So I don't think it's copywritten, is what I think she was leaking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But this match has been good. I'm going to be honest. I spent most of the day watching Abu Dhabi, ADCC. And don't get me wrong, the level's great. The rule set makes it very boring, though. This has been way more entertaining. CJI all day. I don't know what it is about it. I'm not sure. Oh, she sucks. You know what you get for that, man. You know what you get for that. He's dead. We killed him, chat. We killed Josiah. We killed him. There's no coming back, by the way, from that. That's a headshot. Headshot dead. They're good, man. Absolutely. I'm just going to watch this while we wait for the UFC card to really start. And hope that, you know, we're not going to end up getting copyrighted.
Submission attack we've seen in this round so far.
He must feel confident about the position. He's pulled the legs out, keeping heavy pressure forward. He's got to be careful he doesn't get...
All right, P. Josiah. Dude, he's done. That wasn't a timeout, by the way. I get heavy-handed in here. He got blocked.
Can Andrew clear his head or is...
It was good, man. Cocky. It was good. Oh, he's going for the finish here. He has that Darson pretty tight. Goes into the arm and guillotine transition. Is he going to finish it? That's tight, but he's tripoded up. Beautiful. Pops the head out. 7 seconds left. Yeah, it seems like Cade's pulling ahead the last round. Beautiful. He's just attacking nonstop, man. He's so aggressive with the submissions. What, don't they have another round or no?
Young athletes, the crowd in this arena are on their feet.
That was great, man. So entertaining. ADCC, the level's so much higher, 100% than what it was. But again, it's like a bastardized form of wrestling. They put such stock on takedowns, and you don't score in the first 5 minutes. There's no scoring system. So you're basically in a position where you're hand fighting on the feet, or you're not really doing much. You're conserving your energy until the second portion of the round. So it's, I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed some matches, and there were some huge upsets. But, I mean, almost every match from CJI has been a barn burner for the most part. I mean, you put Kade, Ruotolo, the brothers. The other brother, I think, pulled his hamstring or some shit earlier. And this kid, Andrew, they're just going to go for the kill 100% of the time. Let me just check real quick on the UFC event here. They're still building up the card here. Listen, I'm stoked for the main event. I'm stoked for the main event. But the issue is, and if you are a member on this channel, I put out a prediction video for the members only. You know how I feel about the main event. I really think, and I don't want to say this, man, because, you know, Adesanya is a great champion at one point. I just think his time has come. It's over for him. That's my belief system. I don't think he has it much anymore. I think he's trying to convince himself that he can win this fight, and anyone can win in a fight at this level. He's such a sharpshooter, and he's so good at setting traps. But even if you go back a few fights, we're talking about the fight that he had against Pereira the second time. A lot of the Izzy fanboys would argue with me about this, and I've had a few arguments online about this, but he was getting his ass fucking whipped from bell to bell. It wasn't until Pereira overcommitted and got hit clean. But let's face it, he was getting his ass torn up. So, I mean, he hasn't looked good. I mean, let's do a quick deep dive. Let's do a quick deep dive before we get into the card. All right, Israel. And again, it feels, you know, and I'm one of the, it feels bad nitpicking a motherfucker like this, but I mean, it's been a tough go for him. It's been a tough go. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. He lost. He was about to lose in this one. Let's call a spade. Now, he won the fight. But he was struggling in that fight. This one, we can say that maybe, I'm talking about the Strickland fight, maybe he just wasn't inspired. I'm trying to give the guy an out here. You know, you're a champion for a while. You all right. But I do think maybe this motherfucker, man, he might have his number. And he's an underdog. It's a pick'em fight, but he is, quote unquote, the underdog. Plessis is. I don't know, guys. Well, what I said in my members only video, I was like, yo, put some money down on my man Plessis. And the truth is, I don't like Plessis. I don't like his style. I don't like his style, man. He has these floppy feet that move weird. He falls into his punches. He's really strong grappler, strong puncher. But there's nothing that he does where I'm like, yo, this guy is the shit. I can't wait to watch Plessis fight. Words you've never heard from me. You likely never will. There's nothing about him that you don't like. He's a great shit talker too. He's like a covert shit talker. He gets in the mind of his opponents sort of without being over the top with it. Like what he said to Izzy at the press conference about the servants. It was so perfectly and calmly placed. It was like a ticking time bomb. He put it on the table. He said, "What, are you going to take the servants with you?" Izzy started crying. And I said, and I usually don't look into these things too much. I bring them up because I'm talking to people for a living. But I don't put too much stock in, oh, he didn't make eye contact in the stare down, or he did less good in the pre-fight press conference. I don't get too invested in that stuff. That being said, when a man's crying at the pre-fight press conference, even someone as sort of effeminate and as expressive as Adesanya, it's a little bit of a red flag. So, yeah, exactly. James goes Coach Kisser versus Dog Violet. Yeah, exactly. They're both weird cats, but who's going to be better in the performance? I just feel like it's going to be. What you call it? All right, Kade Ruotolo got the W. I have a feeling it's going to be Du Plessis. Now, Adesanya is fighting for a lot. I just don't like when fighters come in emotional, man. I don't like when fighters come in emotional. I have this feeling that he's going to come in, he's going to have to suppress all that emotion, right? He's going to have to play the role of a guy like, oh, I'm not really flustered. And while he's trying to manage his emotions, my man Du Plessis is awkwardly setting traps, being aggressive. I think he has to be aggressive. He has to force Adesanya into these moments where he just freezes him up. He has to put on the volume, and he has to mix up the takedowns. I think it would be in his best interest to do that. Let me just pull up the fight, see if we actually have any fights coming up. All right, we got Lee and Protes. I don't know how to say his name coming up, but I like this guy. I chose Protes to win this match, which isn't a crazy statement. If you watch Protes' last outing, he looked incredible. He stopped his opponent with I think it was a teep to the body, if I'm not mistaken. He smoked cigarettes, though, which is kind of crazy to me. One of my good friends and students sent a video of him like chilling in Brazil, smoking like cigarettes. I was like, what the fuck? This guy's like a high-level MMA fighter. He's out there just knocking back packs of Marlboro. Really crazy. But Lee hasn't fought since 2022, and it's hard to invest any kind of trust in a man who hasn't fought for that long, you know? It's a little, I don't know. Energetic, you're in here? What's up, my man? RY, I see you. Just checking in on the chat real quick. It's very difficult for me to see how people are writing. I actually don't think I don't think he beat Strickland. I know that I don't. But I think he did better against, and this is MMA math, just excuse me for a second. I think he looked better in that fight, styles make fights, than Adesanya did. But there's a lot of reason for why maybe Adesanya didn't look good to begin with. You know, it's hard to get inspired. I think Strickland has a style that you can kind of underestimate at times. He's defensive, going backwards, forwards. He's really hard to hit clean, especially when you're sharpshooting. If you don't fight with volume, you're not going to do very good against Strickland. Unless your name's Pereira and you can detonate on a fucking person's, in a split second. Now, this is going to be a tricky live stream for me because although I am excited about the main event, I'm actually excited about this fight, the Protes fight. I just like the way he fights. The CJI card has been so good, guys. It's been good. It's been great. And I want to give a quick shout out to Craig Jones and what he's been able to do with his marketing. I don't know who taught him how to market, but his whole shit has been incredible. Let me just put this into perspective. And granted, it's not just him sitting in front of a camera, right? He's put on an incredibly well-produced event for his first event to go head-to-head with ADCC. I want to tell you how many live stream viewers he has in his room right now. 135,000 people. Now, I heard people saying he's botting views. He ain't botting views. Those are real views. That's incredible. Round of applause. That's freaking nuts, man. And beyond the viewership, right? Even if there are 4 people watching the stream, the fact that the production quality, the ad placements, the quality is just insane. I want to know who's producing this. 100%. I need to know. So impressive. I want to know who's teaching it because he doesn't come from a content creator background, but he has a good sense of what people want to see. But not just that, like the fucking quality of the production. Because I've been obsessing over like how do you bring live streaming to in real life, but not like how the kids do it, where they just hit live and they're fighting with people in the street. I'm like, how do you bring a show concept to the live platform on YouTube? And I haven't really seen anyone do what I have in my mind. I know it's going to take a lot of effort and time and manpower, but it's inspiring to see what Craig's done. Really impressive. Because outside of Craig, we really just had Flow Grappling, which is a bigger kind of conglomerate at this point. It's a big organization for the jiu-jitsu space. Oh, that's awesome, man. Joining your local jiu-jitsu club this week, it's going to be a good start for you. Just stick with it, man. Just stick with it. Don't be too hard on yourself getting started at first. We all start at the beginning. It's going to be, depends on your temperament, fun or hard, but I think you'll enjoy it, man. All right, we got Li Jingliang checking into the fighter little section there before you walk into the cage. And again, it's his first time out since 2022. Never good for a fighter to be that inactive. I'd rather a guy be super active and maybe a little flat in a fight, like he's fighting too much than fighting too little. But let's see how he does. My pick is Protes to win the fight. Long, talented kickboxer. Despite only being an inch taller than Lee, he's got like a 7.5-inch reach advantage, if I'm counting correctly. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Significant favorite at -345. He's gonna present some problems, I think. That's my hunch. I think he's gonna present some problems for Lee. If you guys aren't watching the UFC, man, that's unfortunate. Get in there for the main event. I know you don't want to drop money on it. Find a stream. You didn't hear that from me. Find something to watch the main event, because finally we have a storyline. The only reason I'm doing this live stream is because UFC has finally produced a storyline worth sitting for 3 hours in front of a camera. Because it's been oversaturated. They've been throwing cards at us that have no significance to the landscape of MMA. And I can show you what's coming up in the next month or so before UFC 306. It's a bunch of, I mean, I'm not saying some of the fights aren't good, but geez, man. I want to care about the people that I'm watching fight, you know? So we got this one. This main event, it's going to be excited. There's so much weird racial tension underneath the surface, which is interesting. There's a lot. There's more than I'm actually educated to talk about because of the apartheid and the geopolitical shit going on there. I don't know too much about it, but I know there's just a lot going on. And how does that affect the fighters who are stepping out there to compete? That's what I'm interested to see. All right. You'll also notice that we have the Discord pinned. If you're not a member, join it. It's actually getting a shout out to the people who are members of the Discord. It's getting a lot more active, I noticed recently. We're trying to improve the server as well. So we're taking notes from people who are who want to see the thing improve. So let us know what you want in the Discord, and we'll do our best to improve it over time. All right, round one, getting ready to start. Protes, the cigarette-smoking Brazilian that's majority legs. This dude is 95% legs versus Lee. Everyone loves Lee. It's tough to go against him. But I don't know about this one for him, man. Guard your body. If you're not watching the fight, it's comical, man. Protes has just one of the most cartoonish bodies I've ever seen. Both guys really just feeling it out at the moment. No one's really pulling the trigger. Both guys just kind of waiting it out. I mean, if I'm Lee, I'm thinking, how would I feel in this instance? I'd probably feel a little uncomfortable. I believe he lost his last fight to Rodriguez, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. But either way, I would feel a little bit unsure of myself, right? Because you can spar and train all you want. Oh, nice fucking push kick by Lee there. Very nice. Giving Protes a little taste of his own medicine. They go shin to shin as well on the low leg kick. I'd be a little unsure of myself if I was Lee. You know, I'm coming out. You could spar a lot, but once the lights are on you and you got the canvas underneath your feet, it's different. It's completely different. So that lack of activity might actually come back to haunt Lee a little bit. He's being aggressive. He doesn't look terrible here. You know, Protes, in my opinion, what he should be doing, and easier said than done from, you know, the comfort of my studio, he should be putting the pressure and forcing Lee to fight early on. Just to, whatever doubts he might have as a fighter who's been out for 2 years, you want to make him kind of feel that. And if it doesn't work, you go to plan B. But the fact that he's kind of playing this tempered sparring pace is not what I would advise. Again, I don't know if the mirrored stance is throwing Protes off as well. He's trying to counter him with the check right hook. He's getting kicked to the body more than I'd like to see. But what Lee is doing well is he's switching stances. I think he's doing really well out of the conventional stance. So him fighting southpaw doesn't make much sense to me. Most of his success was coming from conventional or orthodox. But anyway, listen. Switching stances is good because it's just going to pause Protes' offense. And, you know, I haven't been out here in a while fighting. I'm trying to just slow this shit down and figure out where the fuck I am for a split second before we get busy. Keep in mind, guys, I can't see the chat because I'm watching the... actually, you know what I'll do? I'll pull it up and I'll just minimize it. Did he just knock Lee down? Oh, no, I thought he did. By the way, guys, I was going to share this with you. We got 2 minutes left of the round, by the way. I forgot to hit my timer. We got, and I say R because you guys have been rocking with me for a long time. We finally got our silver play button. Round of applause, guys. You know what's crazy? I may be the only creator to get his 1 million gold plaque before my silver play button for 100K, but we got it. I'm only bringing that up because I see John said change your name. They gave me a hard time about the play button, the silver play button too, guys. I had to like refresh it and go back and put in fake names and a bunch of fugazi stuff, but it worked out. So we got both plaques now. Next one's diamond for 10 million, diamond plaque. Diamond play button, whatever it's called. Yeah, thank you guys, man. I know James. I've seen James. I see a lot of you guys who were back with me back in 2022 when we first got it. January 2022, we hit 100K, and they told me for 2 years, we can't tell you what's wrong with your channel, but we can't give you the play button. So fuck you guys, but I got it anyway, bitch. Goju, what's up, man? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was going to say something, but I completely forgot. Beautiful. Lee's looking good, man, putting pressure there. Protes is too friendly. He's like going like this. Like, if a guy's blitzing me and punching me in my face, you gotta buckle down. He's stuck in like sparring mode. And if you've ever competed, oh, nice left hand, wobbles Lee. He wobbled Lee with the left hand, but Lee's tough as nails. He's from a communist country. Food rations, all that. Different mentality. But Protes is gonna put him out. He hits him with a straight left hand. Lee goes down, but he's up again. But he's taking shots, guys. Another left hand puts Lee on his ass. Protes, composed, lets him back up, lands another left hand. Setting up that piston of a left straight knee to the body. That's what he does best, and he hits him with a left hand to the temple as he turns off the cage. Protes looking like a man who's found his rhythm, and when he does, he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss. Oh, man. Lee is tough as nails, though. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Let's go. This is a hell of a fight. I'm missing my CJI right now, though. Missing my CJI. Let's pull that up real quick. Where are we at? Anyhow, yes, back to what we were saying, guys. We got that plaque. Super stoked for it, man. I think I may have missed a match, did I? And let's also shout out this lady, too, man. She's doing a bang-up job. Incredible. See, this is what I'm saying. The whole production has been top notch, man. Professional level announcing, calling.
Let's give this car away. We have a full list of everyone that
look at this. This is all production, guys.
And everyone that purchased a ticket.
How hard this is to do, how much planning. Just to get the sponsors is hard.
Pick 6 numbers.
Pick 6 numbers. 4.
4.
7.
7.
0.
0.
9.
9.
1.
1.
3.
3. All right.
I got to get back to the fight, guys. But I got to say, what he's doing is just a breath of fresh air, man. A breath of fresh air in jiu-jitsu. It's got me excited about it. Guys, we're here at round 2. Forgot to hit the timer again. Lee coming out. Hopefully he's a little awake now. It's a little shocking. You come back after 2 years of being out, and then you got this long Brazilian punching you in the face. It's like, you know, God, just let me warm up, man. But Protes, I was a little worried about him at first because he looked a little too relaxed, but that's kind of his gift. like that same relaxation that he has where he almost looks like he's in his living room and maybe he's giving up around. When he hurts you, if he does, that same relaxation comes in as a sort of offensive tool that he can use. He lets the fight breathe. You know, an amateur, when they hurt their opponent, they will oftentimes swarm their opponent, run into a punch, get tired, etc. Not Protes, right? That relaxation comes in key. Right now, he's just taking his time. It's clear that he's in control of the tempo, and he's trying to set a trap and walk Lee into the left hand or the check right hook, it seems like. Shocked he hasn't used more of his kicks, though. I thought he would have definitely used more kicks to the body. Lee's that dude that will always be in there, though, which I love. Like, you got to kill him. You got to really take him out. Nice inside low kick. We did. We shared the mats for a few years together. He's a gentleman. Always a great dude, man. Phenomenal jiu-jitsu. Very, I don't know, the word would be, like, I would say tricky on the ground. Very tricky, coy. Yeah, that was back when the team was united. You know, we had Gordon, Nikki, Taza, Krellinston. Everyone was in the room in different generations. The more the guys who were more MMA. It was a dope time, man. Before the separation, Protes just completely walking Lee down. Lee's still trying to keep him off by throwing big bombs with the right hand specifically, but Protes is a smooth operator in there, man. I love when he, like, you guys know I favor boxing in terms of striking, but you know what I love, man? A guy who can box and has great stepping knees. It's just aesthetically just so beautiful. And what he just landed on Lee was absolutely gorgeous. He stepped in with the knee, and then unfortunately he got turned, because when you throw a short range strike like a knee, you're giving up upper body positioning sometimes. That's what happened there. Lee turns him anyway, but Lee used that underhook to pin him up against the wall. Nice Superman punch. Don't see many of those anymore. There was a time where, in like 2005, everyone threw Superman punches. There would literally be whole rounds where guys just threw Superman punches. Protes rocked Lee again with the left hand. He's depleting that battery. Goes with the left high kick. Lee just gets out of the way. What heart, man. What incredible heart this Chinaman has. I say that with respect, not as a derogatory term. He's a tough Chinaman. No joke. Yeah, Drake's bet. I saw that on Twitter, man. I'm backing. Goju. I'm actually backing everyone else. I'm backing. I don't say backing because I'm not a really. Oh, beautiful left hand by Protes. Fucking Lee gets back up. You savage of a man. Referee might want to consider jumping in there. I'm a little too cautious, maybe, but. It ain't looking good. You don't want to see a fighter take more. He's been out for 2 years. Let's pull it. Let's pull the plug. I know it's a little early, but how many more left hands he's going to take here? Okay, there you go. Knocked him unconscious. Beautiful. Round of applause. I like it. It was good. Wrong button. Oh, man. It was a beautiful left hand, and he shut down. His head dropped. It was a really nasty knockout. Beautiful job by Protes. I'm 1-0 so far tonight with my predictions. I don't think it was a hard prediction. You got a guy coming in who's undersized. I shouldn't say undersized. They're similarly sized, but you get the fucking point in terms of just their reach and everything. And being out for 2 years is tough. At this level, it's tough. Anyhow, like I was saying, tough loss. Lee is still down. Eyes are closed, I believe. He looks hurt. Yeah, tough one. They should have stopped a little bit early. I didn't need that last punch, but that's fine. Look at his left hand here. Just fucking, he kept putting him down with the left hand. Couldn't miss. Yeah, anyway, I'm not really backing at the other guys, Goju, but I will say I do feel as if everyone else is going to win. I think Gamrot likely will beat Dan. I think Dan can walk you into some strikes, though. I'm worrying about the knees. He can definitely plant a knee on Gamrot's chin and hurt him bad, but I suspect Gamrot will. I think Dan's a little past his prime. I think he's a little war-torn. What's the word? He's just worn out from all the hard rounds. So that's my thoughts. Kai Kara France, I don't think he has a snowball's chance in hell at beating Erceg, but I have seen Erceg hit with some clean shots in past fights where I think Kai Kara France could possibly land something clean and then jump on him. But I'm basically picking the opposite of you. Yeah, so but it's gonna be crazy, man. That was crazy. We're waiting for the next fight, guys. Let's see what we have coming up, everybody. Let's see what the next match is going to be on the card. Tai Tuivasa versus Rozenstruik. Rozenstruik. You know what I think about Rozenstruik? I think when I think of him, I think of fight nights. I think of the Apex, man. That guy is a walking billboard for the Apex. I think every time I've ever seen him fight has been the Apex. I think most of the time I see Rozenstruik go on, I just turn off the I just turn it off. I just turn off the UFC. I just don't. Another guy, I just don't. Any of you guys love Rozenstruik? I've never heard someone say, you know what my favorite fighter is? Jairzinho. I just don't give a shit about this fight. But Tai has lost his last 4 fights. So in my mind, I'm looking at the fight, I'm going, damn, but he is the underdog, so I was like, I might throw a few shekels down on Tai Tuivasa. This is a winnable fight. Excuse me. This is a winnable fight for Tai. It's a winnable fight for Tai. But I worry about a guy's psychology when he hasn't won in the last 4 fights. So, you know, bet with your own discretion. But this is the only fight that I think he possibly could win within the top 15, right? This is a guy who's relatively sized. He doesn't have, Jairzinho doesn't have too significant of an advantage in terms of attributes over him. So if Tai can't win this fight, it might be time to jump over to a different organization. That's my thoughts on it. But let's see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see what Prates is saying here.
Carlos, birthday gift and have birthday performance. It was amazing. Let's take a look at your work. You got him hurt.
Yeah, he was setting up that left hand beautifully, man. He was planting that thing on Lee's face. It's hard to miss Lee's face too. He has that big mug, man. You can't miss him. Doesn't move his head much. And this is exactly what I predicted in the members only video, the prediction. I said that 2 years off, unless you're a very fleet of foot defensively minded fighter, it's hard to come back from that. You look at a guy like Lee, with all due respect, he's just not fucking technically. You don't think of him and you don't think, oh, this guy is a slick, hard to hit kind of guy. And then you look at Protes, you're like, well, this guy will hit you. Only thing that shocked me, and he did land one beautiful knee to the body, is I'm kind of surprised he didn't attack the body a little bit more. That I was suspecting. All right, getting ready for the next match.
Well, she trains out of Essential BJJ, New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 ADCC World Champion, Ffion.
We're jumping around, by the way. Oh, Mackenzie Dern. Let me tell my girl. I'm jumping around before the Tai Tuivasa fight. So if you come in and you're like, dude, why are you watching jiu-jitsu? We're waiting for the Tai Tuivasa match, and quite frankly, this is probably going to be one hell of a jiu-jitsu match.
And now, inside the alley, we witness the return of the world-class competitor, having left the sport while at the top. Now, she's also an accomplished top 10 ranked UFC mixed martial artist, having won every major grappling title. She is universally
Yo, respect to her though, guys, because Mackenzie, Mackenzie has lost a lot of, like, she's been having a hard time in the UFC recently, guys.
The former ADCC World Champion, presenting Mackenzie.
Oh, the screen. What do you mean? Nah, energetic. I think we're good, man. I think we're good. I don't think I should get copywritten for this, so fingers crossed.
I don't know how many of us ever expected to see the return of Mackenzie Dern to
I should be good with copyright on this. It's the UFC I gotta worry about, but I can't. If I do, I do. I don't. What are you gonna do?
Absolutely dominant, left the sport a couple of years later and has racked up a 14-5 pro mixed.
It's gonna be a tough match. I'm gonna have to jump around though, guys. What the fuck am I doing here? Don't do that. Whatever you do. Guys, I'm looking at the chat. Just let me know if you when the UFC match comes back on, I'll jump over there.
ADCC champion.
Man, look at the intensity on Mackenzie's face.
Mackenzie's bringing in that mixed martial arts intensity, but Davies is really good. I mean, and not to knock Mackenzie because her jiu-jitsu is ridiculous, but
completely ready for a scrap, but the pressure of Ffion immediately.
It's a little different. Like all Davies does is jiu-jitsu. She's not worrying about going for a gogo plata. That's low percentage on a person as good as Davies. Let me turn this volume down on them because you don't need 10 people commentating. But she's really good. Like I said, for MMA, she's at a whole new level, whole different level than her opponents. But Davies is again, when you just do one thing, you're gonna evolve in a different way. You know, Mackenzie just got finished fighting in the UFC. You're doing pad work. You're doing different kinds of training to get ready for MMA. It takes away from your pure jiu-jitsu.
And it's not the same as the fence.
And she's going to try this sit-up here. Ffion powers forward, puts her down again. But she's off the wall now, so it's going to be a little bit easier for her to maybe get back to the feet or at least play her guard game.
Oh, I did have it on, James? All right, good looking, guys. Thank you, Energetic. And James. See that beautiful pass? Has the crucifix position. Head and arm position or katagatami she's looking for. She's on the wrong side. She's going to look to pass her body over, but Mackenzie knows what she's doing. She's getting her left elbow to the ground to avoid that strangle.
Before she even got started in MMA or submission grappling or jiu-jitsu, she has an absolutely wicked jiu-jitsu.
I'll put the volume up a little. By the way, the commentating on this is incredible too. I know I'm fucking glazing these guys over here, but it's really impressive.
Here comes that arm side, that far side spin.
Maintaining control on top.
She's gonna get this Kimura. Oh no! Good job by Mackenzie.
Started submission grappling in 2013 when she was having a go at mixed martial arts.
Nice save on the mount attempt by Ffion. Mackenzie using that old Mike Fowler trick, sneaking out the back door and recovering the half guard on the other side.
Mackenzie, man, she can't catch a break, dude. It's not like she's signing up for easy matches, right, guys? She's fighting some really tough people. She's going for the top of the top. She's going back to jiu-jitsu, and she's like, give me the best girl you have.
And she's putting this momentum on right here against Mackenzie.
Let me know with the Tai Tuivasa fight, guys.
Managing to just about retain a semblance of half.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking good for her at the moment. We don't read too much into it, but just the general behaviors aren't looking good. She's in a defensive cycle right now.
Mackenzie has on that same side, but Mackenzie does a fine job.
But she's so good fundamentally that I suspect she'll be able to stay out of danger. Out of like significant danger, but we'll see. 3 rounds is a long time.
Decent recovery from Dern there. You know, Mackenzie's now, she's got space, she's got a little bit of range to work from, and she's got a really, really good open guard. And from bottom, one of her best attacks is the omoplata.
Oof, knee to the fucking crotch. Jeez Louise, Davies. Going for an Achilles lock. That ain't gonna happen. 0 isolation. Gets a reaction out of Mackenzie, but not necessarily a movement you're going to get a finish with.
People have multiple matches with Gabi Garcia outweighed by, who knows how many pounds.
Mackenzie right now is on her back. She's like, if I can just throw an elbow and cut this girl's eyebrow, I would love to do it. Let me strike, bro. Beautiful misdirection right to a knee cut right up the middle. That was a beautiful setup. She flanks side to side, right? Side to side, get your opponent's legs moving outside, and then it creates an open lane up the middle. And then she just knee cut. That was really clean.
Shoulder of justice there briefly from Ffion. She's fishing for the far arm though, right, Brandon?
Americana attempt here is going to take the back right off of this power half position. Oh, seatbelt, switch your hips and throw. Nah, she won't be able to, but look at that. She should free up that right leg. Try to knee slide.
Trying to roll her
There we
through.
go. Jumps to the far side, gets the hook in.
She's right
Both
on
hooks are a little high.
here, trying to make
Have to settle her hips back a little bit. And she's going to be able to do it. Flattens Mackenzie out, belly down. Never a good thing.
She probably won't get the submission in this short time remaining, just over 10 seconds.
Elbow!
That is a very
Elbow!
hard position to end out this round.
The question is, how are we going to score this one? Is it a 10-9 or is it enough?
God,
to rack up
Mackenzie
an 8
Dern.
on the scorecards?
Listen, if I'm a judge, given the amount of position
Oh,
control here,
no
and
bueno.
finishes strong like that, I'm probably going to score that at 10-8, but we'll see how it goes.
well, no
Mackenzie Dern got her ass
submission,
kicked, but I'll tell you
I
what.
think I would probably call it
She's tough though. Gotta give her credit. Gotta give her credit. You know, I feel bad. She just keeps losing. All right, we got the Thai guy, Tai Tuivasa and Rozenstruik coming out. I'll get back to it, guys. Like I said, let me know. I'm gonna jump back over to the grappling.
In the intro, I'll say it again. I think that a major factor as well was the physicality. You know, if Mackenzie came out hard and she met the
What's up, Brave?
Ffion pushed her around the alley. She threw her against the side of the alley and then threw her down and just multiple times past the guard.
So scores coming in now, and it is going to be 10
Round 2
across the board for Ffion Davies, a very commanding lead. And look at the expression on the
Thanks
face
for the uplifting
of,
newsletters
Mackenzie
and
Dern as they
content.
get underway
Hope
here.
Saturday is
Well, you
going
know,
well for
she's
you,
been
big
through the
dog.
crucible, right?
Yo,
She's
Andrew,
felt
thank you for the 5, my man.
most
And I'm
pressure
glad
you
you're
could
enjoying the
possibly
newsletter.
feel in
We have a new
combat
one
sports. She's felt the
getting
key,
done
you know,
right now. So, oh, beautiful throw.
Off the standing.
Wow.
Look at Mackenzie still fighting.
She hips out, and she might end up in a sort of triangle position here. She's gonna switch to a Jujigatami. She got it. That's a finish. That's a finish. Nice Jujigatami. Kick over that. Nope. Triangle. Switches to the triangle. Back to the arm lock. Oh, that's an American lock. She got her. Ffion Davies. Beautiful. Beautiful.
What a play, the 2-on-1 off the feet into the big
Wow.
toe. And look at these ladies, they threw down for all of women's jiu-jitsu.
Mackenzie, man, just
What a finishing sequence from Ffion Davies.
catching L's, man.
We can't wait to show
Respect,
you that again. It was so
That was a beautiful
fluid,
transition.
So dynamic and just technically unstoppable. Here it is, guys.
Check it out. She gets thrown, steps over, and gets straight to like this modified triangle position, but it was, they didn't show it. Either way. Looks for the triangle and just goes right back to the arm lock. Watch the finish, though. It's not straight. It's an Americana, which works very well.
Gorgeous play, just following the tension.
That was beautiful. Switches her legs to the opposite side. Triangle attempt. Goes to the... This is a beautiful dilemma. Right? You don't give me the triangle, I'll take the arm bar. You want to bend your arm to relieve hyperextension, I'll just torque on the shoulder. That was excellent. Let's go, man. That was really nice. All right, let's switch back over, guys, to UFC. We have Rozenstruik coming in. Is he in there already? Oh, no, we have Tai Tuivasa making his way to the ring here. Tai, 0-4, man. We need a W. Come on now. we need a W. This dude is just drinking beer majority of the time. What been up to? Drinking beer. You know what's crazy, chat? In one of the embedded episodes, they're like, he's saying something like, yeah, it's been good. I've been enjoying the training for this particular event. But he's like, it'd be funner if I was drunk. I was like, oh, problem. I was like, I think you got a problem. I mean, I'm saying that because you're a professional mixed martial artist and you drink beer out of people's shoes. It was kind of novel at first. When I first saw him drink out of the shoe, I was like, that's disgusting. But then at the same time, I was like, yo, that's pretty crazy. Pretty different. And then I saw by the way, the UFC, if you're not watching the UFC on ESPN Plus, the feed just went out. The screen went green and went out. Multi-billion-dollar company. CJI streaming hasn't went out once. Just saying. Oh, this is terrible. Guys, like I said, I was sitting here at 9:30. I was like, am I really going to go live for this event? Like, because I don't think the event is very good. But the main event is such a strong storyline that I had to do it. Oh, they're doing a fight. They're doing that A2? They're doing. I used to watch Rogan's Companions all the time. I'm not going to lie. I would say like mid-20s to late 20s. I was like, they were great, man. I'm sure they're still good. I just haven't listened to them in a while. Yeah, it's guys. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep shitting on the UFC. It's getting a little corny at this point. But you guys get it. R.I.P. Joe Rogan. I see that in every single live stream chat. Give me 1 second though. Let me jump around and see what we're doing with the Craig Jones. What's next? Come on, Ty. That's true. That's true. Ty is pretty popular, and they are fighting on that side of the world, so. Speaking of street beefs, White Wolf hit me up on Instagram. If you don't know, I did a live stream between White Wolf and Death Sentence, and it was actually pretty funny. People enjoyed the shorts that I made of them. Anyway, I'll have them back on very soon because they're fighting in October. So the end of September, we're gonna have a final face-off. How's training going? All that kind of stuff. So tune in for that. Oh, he's that bad, right? Yeah, I get you. I get you. I get you, man. You're talking about Brendan Schaub, yeah. Brendan Schaub, man. What can I say, guys? Brendan Schaub, man. I don't even have any hate for the guy. He's just self-destructs, bro. Like everything I'm not gonna lie though. When I see someone do a video of him on YouTube, like Too Lazy to Try and all these other channels that do videos on Brendan Schaub, right before I click on it, I kind of like sigh. I'm like, fuck. He keeps fucking shitting on himself and just setting himself up for failure. I'm gonna watch it, and it's inevitably just another self-destructive moment. The fall has not been enjoyed. It was fun at first to watch. I even did a few videos on him, but then it kind of got like sad, and I was like, I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna stop covering this guy. I didn't see the comedy special, John, by the way. I have not watched the Joe Rogan comedy special. I saw a few bits that were pretty like subversive, and I was like, this is good. I like seeing Joe push against the boundaries a little bit. The issue with, and you could say he's funny, and then he screams after every punchline, and opens his, almost like goads you to laugh, which is a little bit hacky. Whatever. I'm not saying anything. I'm not a stand-up, so I'm not gonna say. All I'm saying is this is the one thing I don't like. I hate that he fucking apologizes after the bit. Never do that as a comedian. He'll say something like anti-trans, not even anti, just like calling out how crazy the fucking shit is, and then he'll be like, not that there's anything wrong with that, or he'll say, it's a joke, people. It's a joke. Don't say it's a joke while you're still on stage in the middle of the bit. I don't know. That was a pet peeve of mine. So I kind of like, but like, why am I even gonna bother watching the stream? So the fight's live, guys. I'm gonna start the timer. The timer's off technically by a few seconds, but give me a break. Oh, that's awesome, man. You got it. AAA graphics. I'm glad you made the transition over to jiu-jitsu, and good luck on your competition, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think like I'll never, and by the way, going back to one of these comments I just saw in the chat, I'm never going to take that away from this is where people go too far with Brendan Schaub. Their hate for him, which I completely think is justified, they take it too far. They go, well, he sucked at fighting. Easy. He didn't suck at fighting. Well, he knocked out a past his prime Crow Cop. Bro, he just, Ty just ate a big right hand. No, you know how few people are going to knock out Crow Cop ever? Like now? It was impressive. He had a lot. He was very tough. He lost a few fights. He grappled against Cyborg. Granted, it was a terrible performance, but I mean, he has balls, man. I just think he's a fucking idiot. A self-destructive kind of self-sabotaging idiot. Too dumb to get out of his own way. But I'm not gonna say I'm not personally gonna sit here and talk shit about his fighting because get into the UFC, compete, get knocked out, come back, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm working on my timing, but I'm horrible at it. Like I said, if I'm gonna put money down on the fight, it's gonna be Tai. I didn't, by the way. I just think like it's the only play to make. But the issue is, it's just he's so unreliable. This is the only, like I said, guys. I'm gonna say it again. This is the fight that he's either gonna win or he's not. Like if he doesn't win this fight, he's got to go. I mean, Rozenstruik is again a UFC fighter. I'm not, but just saying, I hate watching him fight. There's just nothing about him that's special. Nothing he does. He just hits really hard. Hey, of course he has good Thai boxing. I'm just saying, like, it's just. Are you watching the fight right now? Let me stop saying what he's showing you. Look at him. I'll pull out a few things that bother me while we're watching the fight. Did you just watch the punch combination he threw with his chin in the air in punch range? Bro, you're in the UFC. You're at the top level. Bro, I don't understand it. Like, watch when Rozenstruik punches. Watch. Granted, he comes from a Thai boxing background, kickboxing background fundamentally, but watch. Look at his chin when he punches. Check it out. If he ever punches, because right now he's just in the mirror watching Tai. Look at that. What the fuck? Nah. This is why I can't watch that guy. This is why I never watch this guy fight. Tai's looking for the finish. She's trying to set him up. Let's see if he can do it. Yeah, energetic, 100%. It's terrible. Heavyweight division. Not in general. Like, the heavyweight division is awesome with Aspinall in the picture and Ivan Drago. I love Ivan Drago. You know, the big Russian. It's a bunch of good guys. It's I don't know if it's the best it's ever been. I think the heavyweight division was at its best, in my opinion, as a fan of the sport, when Cain Velasquez was champion. It was a short-lived reign, but there was a feeling when he was champ that, wow, this is the best fighter in the world, regardless of weight. I don't really feel that way now. Not taking away anything from Aspinall, but let's see. Aspinall in a few more fights, you know, he may cement himself as a true legend of the sport. But by and large, in the heavyweight division, it's fights like this, kind of like bar fights, you know? That was a terrible round. Yeah, you see that, right? You see what I'm saying when he punches? It's pretty crazy that he does that. Rozenstruik is like advertising the strike before he throws it. Never a good thing. Yeah. Of course, yeah, and that's the thing. At least we can say that the top 3 is good, but top 5 maybe. That's being generous. But you can go to like featherweight or you can go to lightweight, and it's like the top 15 is murderer's row. You can't live off of the fact that you're a big person with those kinds of attributes. You have to actually show up. It's a whole different game, right? These big guys, they can really just lean on the fact that they're big, which, you know, they can kind of get a little lazy. What's coming up now? Oh, I think the super fight match is on now, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to have to get away from the UFC for 10 seconds. Let's see.
Her division for over a decade. Now with multiple world titles.
All right, the match is on, guys.
Focused only on smashing the blundering beast-sider from down under.
So we have it.
Please welcome from
Gabi Garcia versus Craig Jones.
East Vale, California, the 4-time ADCC Women's
Disregard the timer on the screen, guys. Let me turn it off.
Gabi Garcia.
She lost a lot of that steroid muscle, man, huh? Oh, it's not on the screen. Never mind. She lost a lot of that size, man. They did a face-off in 2021, and she was really jacked out of her mind. But it's true. She brought up the fact that she's noticed a big switch in her public perception where fans really love her now. She's an endearing kind of personality, whereas before she was a big a big monstrosity of a woman that's, you know, obviously using steroids. She admitted to it, by the way, which is no surprise. But she's become a fan favorite, and I think it's justified. I mean, granted, she used steroids, which is kind of like going to sour a lot of people, but she's kind of likable, I think. Now, the question is, how is Craig Jones going to play this match? Is he going to play it as a comedy? Is he going to let her win? Is he going to let her get good positions and then just embarrass her? Or is he just going to crush her right out from the beginning? He can play it in so many different ways. Is he drinking beer in the crowd?
Evolving into an outspoken agent of change focused only on the fair fight. Ladies and gentlemen, by way of his native Australia, fighting out of Austin, Texas.
Oh, it's water. Okay, I thought he was drinking beer. That would have been great.
Leader of the B team, introducing Craig Jones.
All right, that's literally liquor. I think that was a little bit of rum. Guys, let me know in the chat how the Tai Tuivasa fight's going. Oh no. No. That's how you pull up to a match right there, man. Those colorful ass Speedos. That's wild. That is wild.
What is happening in my life right now?
For some reason, it's become our job to put words to this. Craig Jones.
Oh, he's putting on shorts. All right. That's decent of him. I thought he was going to compete. They're booing.
He enters the alley against Gabi Garcia, 4-time ADCC world champ, 6-time IBJJF world champ.
I don't know what Craig's going to do against her.
Competitive career. And ladies and gentlemen, Craig Jones quickly out on
He shoots a double and gets cradled immediately.
Listen, the crowd, they paid their money to be here. They were disappointed.
I don't think he's going to go too hard on her.
We found Craig's line. He wasn't even willing to do that.
Sean Strickland trained with her, and he was shocked at how weak he was. In his words, he said she just felt like a fat woman.
And there's a bit of a sideway.
He's not going to submit her. He could submit her with this guillotine here.
Oh my God.
Well, she's in on a body lock here, trying to drive forward, work her way to the
He can enter cross Ashi here.
Gonna get tossed here, perhaps.
And you know, they were joking about it.
Don't finish her now. He's not going to finish her now.
Pounds, they said Craig's 175. He's not, but he's still significantly smaller than Gabi. That is absolute fact.
Playing half guard here.
Don't triangle her now. He could triangle her right now. He's letting her live. He can. The fight would be over now.
In the corner as well.
Nice to see he got his gi on finally.
Not a Laranja in the corner saying you have to move the braid. Look.
Craig coming around to the back triangle here.
Yeah, triangle on top.
It's not gonna work. There's too much space from the braid.
Well, Gabi Garcia, she's in a bit of trouble here early.
That's a horse weave. You gotta watch out for that.
Manages to extract her leg. She's driving forward, trying to sit Jones down.
Making fun of her hair, calling it horse weave.
Gonna try and smash him now. She's out in the fun and games.
There's not much to commentate here because he's just playing around, you know.
She's known for her grinding pressure.
Hitting a switch here. He's going to take her back off the switch. But Gabi does a good job of it. Oh, he just sweeps her easily. Yeah.
Getting that arm stretched out up against the wall here.
Never mind that New Zealand.
Takes the back off of the mount. Watch her neck and pressure go.
Slip on a banana peel now. Never mind the Eddie Bravo bullshit.
Right to the see what I'm saying? That he has a very coy style, very clever to step over like that to the mount. Gonna enter into outside ashi maybe? Nope. Pushes the knee down.
Let's go. Grab your chest. You grab that one back.
Toe hold, nah. He can finish her with the toe hold. He's not gonna do it.
Craig Jones.
He's not gonna do it.
And in a straight footlock battle against Gabi here, she's going belly down.
It's not gonna happen. The angle of the foot is a little bit off.
Pressure on it. Jones not bothered though.
His foot slides out. She's so terrible. Nah, that was bad. I mean, she goes for a straight ankle, like really bad positioning.
Smoothly moves over into the top position.
A lot of her success, not to knock her, has been predicated on her size advantage.
She have an Indian's burn. Yes, use that to your advantage. Now she don't know if she's coming or going for.
2 minutes left.
All right, he's gonna transfer to the armbar now. Back heel. Oh, triangle opportunity there, maybe.
Watch your feet. Never cross the street. Never cross the feet. Okay.
Craig actually listening to Renato Laranja's coaching advice.
I don't know if that's the best idea, perhaps.
He lets her out.
He's going to come on top in
knee drag position.
Okay.
She's attacking the backside 50-50 position. She doesn't know to actually shelf the fucking heel. You see what I'm saying, guys? Like, all jokes aside, like he's playing with her. But the fact that she didn't go backside 50-50 and shelf the heel shows her lack of understanding of leg locks. I mean, you're belly down on a leg. That's crazy to me. He's going to take the back again. Beautiful job there.
You're safe here.
Jones moving around.
Nice. Banana split position if he wants it.
Going to the truck here.
She's impervious to the twist. I tried going.
Into the last minute. Wrist control for Garcia.
You hear Gabi's corner going, come on,
One-way
Gabi.
traffic here, though.
This is, by the way, what I predicted would happen, guys. I suspected he would kind of play around and just have a good time with the match. I didn't think he was going to go out there and bully the girl.
Time is moving towards the end of round number 1.
I mean, I think we got to score it for Craig. He had the positions. He got them out. He almost took the back a couple of times.
No real submission attempts, though, so perhaps just a 10-9.
He touched that toe hold there for a second.
Nice. Steps over to the mount.
19
Triangle opportunity, armbar. No, she gets on top.
Oh, now Gabi's on top.
Well, not long left for her to work.
Hinato screaming, short chimey. Oh man, we got to get Hinato on the channel. Let's go. Fun.
I'm calling it 10-9 Jones.
Well, we'll get the scorecards coming in shortly.
Never mind foreplay, you're gonna slip on a fucking banana peel. Do you need me to speak Australian to you? You're fucking losing, mate. You're fucking losing the match, mate. You're stand the flaming crowd. You fucking flaming galah. You gotta listen to me, mate. You thought Vinny Magalesh was tough. This bloody Sheila will kill you.
He has to call out Vinny Magalesh. It's so funny to me. That callback that's been going on for 10 years with him and Vinny Magalesh.
Not like that at all. They do not like the fact that Craig is leading the scores.
That's high. That's the high score.
So Gabi Garcia with a second crack here from the standing position, and a Imanari roll attempt from Craig Jones. Sprawled on top by Garcia.
Craig getting into his octopus guard. Turns her over.
You go, my brother.
Easy reversal.
I'm gonna speak Australian the rest of the match.
He'll finish her, but it won't be until the third. Probably the end of the third.
You don't fucking beat this Sheila, you're gonna end up back in the end line.
How's the Tai Tuivasa fight going, by the way?
Well, Jones, top position here.
How we looking on Tai Tuivasa?
Kimura grip. Is he going to get the submission here? I think we all know he can pretty much finish this at any time.
Well, the problem is he put all that money on himself to win by leg lock. So he's got a specific path to true victory for himself.
Oh, he said he's gonna win by leg lock. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean he could do that at any moment. Into the back. Into the back.
You can see
he might go for the twister.
Twister.
He's gonna go for the twister.
Twister.
Jones locking that in. He's trying to get the spine crank.
Don't do it, Mike. Don't you fucking do it, Mike. You're gonna make Eddie Bravo look good. We'll never hear the fucking interview. Mike, don't fucking do it, Mike.
He's got the arm isolated. Oh my God, he's gonna go for the twister.
Don't do the twister. Don't finish it with it. Don't finish it with a twister, man.
He's gonna crank it.
He's got the submission attempt here. All he's got to do is pull, and the torsion on the spine is going to be too much.
You're gonna tap it with a twister?
Garcia is going to be
I'm
forced
shocked.
to tap. He's trying to be kind
Dude,
here,
easy
I feel,
does it.
The question is Greg willing to snap Gabi's spine to finish this?
I wonder, indeed, does he have that killer instinct?
He's not crushing her. He could crush her right now.
I mean, he's putting a lot of pressure.
He fake slipped it. He fake slipped it.
Thanks to Mike Law.
Oh, calf slicer. Calf slicer.
I mean, that qualifies, right?
He's not cranking it, by the way, guys, if you're watching. Switches to the back. Rear strangle. He's not going to finish it. Rear strangle.
Positions. The twister definitely was on.
Oh, big squeeze coming in from Jones now across the face.
He's going to try to break her teeth out to win this thing.
Back control. You can hear the crunching.
Oh, this is
Does she want to tap?
That's
Big
pretty
squeeze
tight.
from Jones.
Nah, he's not squeezing it. He's not squeezing it.
Don't tell me he's going to put her unconscious.
Oh my God, he has to adjust.
Yeah, he's having trouble dealing with the hair here.
Yes, get out.
Going back to the well on the legs.
Oh, switch.
He enters into an inside heel.
Hook. Got good position. He's going to get the strong bridge. Heel
It slips. The heel slips. Easy. Yeah, is he going to finish already?
Bridging laterally into the knee.
Is he willing to break her legs? I mean, she's not even addressing.
That's what she's touting him to do, right? It's an interesting tactic. He's telling her that you have to be willing to actually hurt me.
Dude. Oh, easy.
Oh my God, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
Says no. Is Craig Jones really that mean?
He doesn't do it, guys. He doesn't break it.
Well, Craig broke plenty of legs on his Eastern European tour, but he's not willing to do it here in Vegas.
She's trained under Professor Scholes.
There we go.
Gabi trading off now to a straight ankle lock, and now we got another one.
Another big
Yo,
heel.
I mean, he's not cranking it 100%, but
She shakes her head
She don't
again.
have a tendonitis in there. She don't have a tendonitis. You abort mission, abort.
Well, he's going to roll through to potentially the back again. Another truck position.
I mean, he's going to have to strangle her. He had
Yeah.
to really.
he always said Professor Dr.
In
Scholes.
all
Incredible.
seriousness, right? Genuinely, it never occurred to me that if she just refuses to tap, he has to be willing
That's a
to
unique arm trap right there. Look at that, guys.
I don't know if he is.
The arm's trapped, but on the outside of the hook. Very rare, man.
Oh, this is it right here.
Oh, he's going for the finish, it looks
There's
like,
no
no?
real ill will
Nah.
here, but yeah, he might have to put her to sleep because I don't think she's willing to tap.
Big squeeze.
She tapped. She tapped.
The rear naked Joe gets the job done. Craig Jones victorious over Gabi Garcia.
Hell yeah, that was a great card, man. That was great. Great match, I should say. Sorry about that.
This is the world's first jiu-jitsu intergender champion.
That's what I thought. Like we said.
What happened with the Tai Tuivasa fight, guys? I'm going to jump over for 2 seconds. They're still fighting. Oh, no.
Listen to the crowd respond to what
Rozenstruik
these
won, I'm assuming.
athletes have done for the jiu-jitsu community.
Tai loses by decision. All right, thanks, guys. I didn't miss anything.
Craig Jones and Gabi Garcia.
Round of applause. Now it's fun. Lighthearted, fun. great marketing that led up to it, which got us tuning in. They filled out this big venue.
In this tournament, in this
Incredible
prize money, and that's had people tune in and see some of these amazing athletes. They're phenomenal accomplishments.
That was great.
The heart and the grit that some of these jiu-jitsu competitors display, and that I think is worth every single bit.
Nice
of what we've
squeeze
just seen.
on the mandible there. That was really tight.
There's the finish at the end.
I didn't think he was going to finish in the second. I thought maybe the third.
Smiles on the face of both of them. And I think that really does a great job of kind of.
I think, guys, let me just mute this or lower this a little bit.
About this entire.
I think Tai needs to. We're going back to UFC talk. I think Tai needs to get the heck out of. I think Tai needs to just be dropped by the UFC. He's 0-5 now in his last 5. You know, in his last 5. So that's that's not going to cut it. Let me just. Thank you, energetic. Blast Crew in the crib. What's up, Blast Crew? Shout out Blast Crew.
So he is the winner of the CJI Super Fight, Craig Jones.
Craig Jones looking.
So we have Gamrot versus Hooker next. This should be a solid fight. Like I said, I'm going for Gamrot in that one. I think Gamrot pulls it out, but let's see.
Well, let's go and get a word with Craig. He is with Alex. Oh, Gabi first. I apologize.
I am standing by with Gabi Garcia, the GOAT. I mean, it takes 2 to tango, and you have been an amazing sport through all the build-up to this super fight. So how does it feel now that you finally got it done and you can put this rivalry with Craig in the past?
I'm super, I want to cry because I see all this.
She became a huge fan favorite because of Craig Jones. Cool to see, man.
The community loves you, Gabi. The community loves you.
Guys, thank you for everybody who come here. Thank you, Craig, for what you did for the sport, man. Is amazing. And the Hall of Fame for me is you guys. You know, because when I die, the medal, the plate don't go with me, but I go be alive in all you guys. And one plate, one medal. Never fight for medal. Fight for like what you love, what you believe. And I believe our sport can be bigger than ever. And today I win this match because everybody, what people can say, it's a joke or they don't agree. I call self-respect because I do whatever I want and I don't give a fuck for nothing. For like everyone who like, you know, think this show not happen and make a joke about us, motherfuckers.
The crowd loves you. Give it up for Gabi Garcia one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. I compete like ATC for 18 years, and today is the day when my brother died, the 17th, and it's for you, brother, for you, my mom, my dad, my family, and for you guys who jump like for CJI and don't trust like on us. Now sit down and watching the show because the numbers don't lie. And for you, Mo, pick up like the Hall of Fame and look at this here. This is my Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow. So she's basically, if you don't know, she was calling out Mo, who's the organizer for ADCC. So that was a direct statement to him, I guess, because she's not getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know what the specificities are. Anyway, that's what she's saying. The numbers don't lie, and that is the absolute facts of the matter. 147,000 live concurrent viewers. That is insane. insane.
After Gabi, that made you not want to torque on those?
I honestly couldn't break it. I think with the right training and a rematch, we could get the collaboration after all. That's really why I did this.
We really wanted that OnlyFans collaboration, so what are we going to do now?
I have to do it again, I think.
Hanato, we'll do a rematch?
I should do the collab.
Oh, we'll do the collab, even without the leg lock submission. We got the OnlyFans collab. Hanato, were you at all disappointed with him not getting the leg lock submission?
Look, I don't care
Look
even
at
about this here.
the audio in the ear. It's a
me.
professional.
He think it's all me who did this one. It's my God. And I can't be more proud to this guy.
He has a
like
jean,
everything came together when you
a
started
denim
speaking
gi on.
Australian.
How did I miss
Good job,
that?
Hanato, and even better job to Craig Jones winning that super fight against Gabi Garcia. Give it up.
Also for me.
Guys, Gabi just committed to the OnlyFans collab, so obviously throw a few dollars that way. Gabi sacrificed her Hall of Fame in the ADCC to do this match.
That's the catch.
It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
I was going to come here today and announce I was going to take over ADCC, but I think we do a better job.
I'll tell you my thoughts on it in a second, because I watched ADCC today as well.
For your main event super fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I watched ADCC today. No doubt the level is insane, all that. It's so stacked. I don't love the rule set, as you guys have heard me say before. It becomes kind of a half-baked wrestling match. I'm not going to reiterate what I said at the beginning of the stream, but what I will say is this has been, from a production quality standpoint, from just excitement, it's been funner. It's been funner. I think what CJI is doing, continue down this road, I think they're going to do very well for themselves. They're already doing well. I mean, that's incredible. That's incredible how the numbers they're pulling on the first event. Absolutely insane. All right, we're getting ready for the Gamrot fight, guys. And obviously, there's still more CJI to come, so I'll jump back in there as well. So Jax, that's true. So Jax doesn't train jiu-jitsu, but he's watching it. He's into it. And you know how hard it is to get a non-jiu-jitsu player to want to watch jiu-jitsu? It's impossible. It's hard to get me to watch jiu-jitsu. I've been doing it for 20-some-odd years. Most of the time, I'm not going to sit around and watch it. Outside of ADCC, a few super fights here and there on Flow Grappling, but not all the time. CJI has been a barn burner from start to finish. It's been super entertaining. All right, we got Dan Hooker making his way now to the cage. Let me just minimize this real quick. I have been doing polls. I just realized. Let's drop a poll for this one. This feels like a quality fight worth a poll here. What's his name? Who's the other guy? What, Gamrot or Hooker? How the fuck did I forget that name? You guys know who I'm going for. Drop it in the chat. How do you guys think the fight's going to go? Hooker looks real relaxed at the fighter check, and he's dancing, smiling. He looks loose. They showed an image of Hooker. I don't remember when, but I think it may have been when Volkanovski got knocked out, and it shows him smiling, like right behind him or some shit. I don't know if that's the exact fight. It was one of those fights where his teammate got decimated, and he's pulling what's that other trainer that does that? Forget his name. Either way, it was a little weird to me. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I like Hooker. But he's talented, no doubt about it, man. His stepping knees are good. He has great timing on his knees. He has good boxing. Gamrot, though, is the full package. He He can do it all. And I do think that wrestling is going to be a defining factor in the fight. That's what I see in my head. Let's see how it plays out, though. Yeah, that's what I said, too. I mean, he's battle-worn. And that's not, you know, thank you, Robert Whitman. I have horrible name recall. I don't know what that's about, but thank you, guys. I do suspect that he's a shot fighter, Hooker. I don't know. I just think he's shot, man. You can't take that many withdrawals from the bank in terms of your brain. You only have so many withdrawals, and then you go bankrupt. And I think, I don't think Gamrot's the guy that's going to test your chin all that much, but when you get hit in the head a lot, it's not just your chin, it's your reaction time, it's other things that go away as well. Yeah. Guys, I've watched him fight a million times. I watched the Hooker fight so many times. I just never got invested in him. For whatever reason, man. You see his talent and all that, and I see obviously a few of you are fans of him. But I was like, and I'm not a Gamrot guy. Not a Gamrot guy. I think Gamrot, I just don't see a path to the title for Gamrot. He's gonna anyone. He's kind of a worse version of the champion, and you guys got to help me in the chat. You guys are great at that. Who's the rich boy who's a great wrestler that lost to Izzy, Islam? He just beat Oliveira, and he beat another guy. You guys are good at this. Help me out. I can't remember. Help me out, chat. Come on. Either way, I don't think Gamrot has the ability to get past specifically those two guys. I think he lost to this guy I'm talking about. Arman Tsarukyan. Fuck, Steve. God, Jesus. Arman Tsarukyan, he already beat him, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's going to be good for him. I don't think he can get past Arman. I don't think he's going to beat Islam. So Gamrot's going to have a tough go getting to the title, but I don't think Hooker's going to be the guy to make it stick. Thank you, guys. I see you. I see you guys in the chat. Name recall, terrible when I'm on the spot. All right, we're getting ready for it. They're announcing the fighters now. Let me just see what's going on over at Craig Jones. Man, I kind of want to watch this match too, man. This is the finals, the semifinals. The semifinals? No, this is the finals between Felipe Andrew and Nick Rodriguez. I want to see how this plays out. I mean, my prediction, as much as I've been enjoying watching Felipe Andrew this whole CJI, having trained with Nicky Rod for a while, one of my primary training partners for a time there, man, I don't see how this guy's good off his back. But does he have an answer for the body lock? That's going to be the trick, man. Oh, beautiful. So Dan Hooker coming out heavy. Of course, I don't hit the timer because I'm doing something else. Dan Hooker looks to be in a good mode so far. Paid, bitch. Yo, shout out Jax. Shout out Jax for the 5-month membership, man. Thoughts on Nick? So like I said, spent a lot of time with him. He was my primary training partner for a while. When I got back into competing as a black belt in my early 30s, I spent a lot of time on the mats with him. So very, very good. I would say his strengths are, one is, maybe not the greatest technician or the greatest in class. He's not going to pay attention to all small details and, all that good stuff. But what I will say is when it's time to go, he goes well. He has really good body locks. And he has great hip flexibility. So off the body lock, he can do things like step over to the mount, hip switch to side control. All the things you see him do in competition, he does well in the room. But the thing about Felipe Andrew, I think he's incredible. I just think that he looks a little undersized for this specific matchup. Anyhow, the fight's looking good so far for Hooker. Hooker's doing good. But Gamrot doesn't look intimidated by any stretch of the imagination. Gamrot's throwing back, too. Gamrot is looking to hold his ground 100%. Nice body kick there by Hooker, but Gamrot gets right back at him with a low kick. He's not letting himself get bullied. Gamrot in on the head outside single, covers the hips and gets the takedown. Beautiful job elevating the feet, getting to the reverse tight waist and walking him parallel with the cage, which allows him to set Hooker down on his back, which is really good. Great technique. This is exactly what I saw coming. Hooker is really good at wall walking, but Gamrot, man, there's Hooker's cut already, by the way. He's already cut over the left eye. Anyway, there's a lot that we can learn from watching Gamrot fight right now. His ability to switch his opponent's legs off to the side to get his opponent parallel with the cage is really great. But Hooker gets back up to his feet, gives up the front headlock, but he's going to work his head out. Beautiful job by Hooker getting back to his feet. That was very good. Goes straight back to push kicks to the body. All right, so I'm jumping over to CJI for 2 seconds, and what do we see? We see Nikki Rod in the body lock position, hip switching exactly when I switch over to the CJI. What does he does? What does he do? Sorry. He's hip switching from body lock. Exactly what I said he does in the room very well. What I will say is his skill hasn't changed that much over the years. I just think he's become more confident in applying these techniques at a high level in grappling. So that's what you're seeing here. Felipe Andrew, as good as I think he is, he's incredible. He has a really good gi game as well. He's undersized. Back to the Gamrot fucking up Hooker right now. Starting to bully Hooker now. Scored a second takedown. Hooker doing a great job getting back up to his feet, but he's cut bad, guys. He's cut bad. Separates the hands, Hooker does. He gets back off, but he's cut really severely to the point where he keeps touching it. It's interfering with his vision, so this is the kind of cut that stops a fight. If you guys are unaware, a doctor will stop the fight when the cut obstructs your vision. Look at Hooker. Hooker rocks Gamrot. Hits him right to the temple and sends Gamrot down. He might stop Gamrot here. He might stop Gamrot here, guys. Gamrot is rocked. Gamrot is rocked. He's getting hit nonstop. Can he wrestle half? Yeah, apparently he can. He's still in the fight, but he's hurt. Gamrot falling in on a single, attaching to that foot. You better switch your head to the outside, buddy. Nice job. Nice job. Getting his head in the center. Protecting himself from hammer fists. Beautiful, man. This is a hell of a match, guys. Excellent job. Creating a scramble. A lot of energy wasted there, and he's still rocked. Hooker's on him. Hooker's walking him down right now, looking to land something of impact. He's cut terribly. He's going for broke. Beautiful job. End of the round. This is exactly what Gamrot needed to kind of gather himself a little bit after that exchange. That was a hell of a round. Wow. All right, Nikki Rod wins the $1 million. By the way, guys, while we were
this weekend alone,
he wins it while we jumped over to the Gamrot. Rear strangle. Nice job.
Dangerous opponent for him.
I might have to go back and watch that later on. That was really good. Excellent job there by Nikki Rod, getting it. What I suspected would happen in that match, by the way. Got the body lock, created an opportunity to get to the back. Off a takedown, if I'm not mistaken. I got to rewatch it, and then he managed to get the strangle. Mango, what's up, my man? Beautiful shot. Oh, he knocked Hooker down. I missed that, man. And Hooker got him back. This left hook right to the temple. So the good thing about getting hit in the temple, if there was ever a good thing about it, is that typically it won't knock you out. It'll just mess your equilibrium up. All right. All right, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Hooker had a lot of momentum at the end of the second round, or first round, rather. If I'm Gamrot, nothing sophisticated going on the feet. I'm looking to just target that cut. There you go, just like that. Beautiful takedown by Gamrot again. What a takedown. What a takedown there. Got push kick to the body, but Gamrot used that opportunity to secure the takedown. Excellent knee cut by Gamrot. No guard to speak of. It's crazy going from CJI to MMA. Obviously a different sport when you consider the strikes, the energy systems, all that. But still, man, I mean, Gamrot cut through that guard like butter. Instant pass. Great shoulder pressure in the top position. Knee in the body. Hooker looking like a fish on land right now. Not really having a tremendous amount of answers from his back, looking to get the underhook and scoot out, but Gamrot's reaching his hand in between the two legs to staple the hips down and prevent the underhook on the far side. What I like about Gamrot is his head positioning. Notice that his head is pinning the far shoulder down. That's keeping Hooker pinned, man. Flat to the ground. Can't do shit if his shoulders are pinned. Can't hip escape. He can't regard. He can't use his underhooks properly. He's getting bullied here. Head and arm strangle opportunity here. Don't give this up. Don't give this up. Ah, almost. He gets back to butterfly guard. Basically baited the Katagatami in order to create an opportunity to get back to butterfly. He's going to look to use these hooks that you're seeing right now to scramble back up to his feet. He has to first, there you go. That's coy, man. That was very clever. Didn't work, but it was clever. He does that really well, by the way. He puts his hands way back behind his ass and he scoots rapidly, and he uses that to skip up to his feet. But Gamrot is all over him. Gamrot in the first half of the second round ahead, 100%. No doubt about it, he's ahead. Now that he's back on his feet, cut, busted up, he has to go back to the teep to the body. I know you're like, Steve, what do you mean he's getting taken down? I think he's wearing Gamrot down a little bit. I think he keeps going to the body. There you go, like that. Left hook to the body. Yo, Jay, what's up, man? Beautiful. See how he went back to the push kick there? To the body, Gamrot, on Gamrot? Really good to invest in the body. We still have another round and a half, guys. Not a bad idea to keep hammering. Make it so that every time Gamrot shoots and has to compress his diaphragm, he feels it. Kick him in the body. Nice shot there, head outside position. And he gets caught in a guillotine, but he's changed the orientation of his body enough to get out of the guillotine. Hooker doing a pretty good job this fight. He's finishing strong. I don't think he's winning the round, but I could be wrong on that. Let's see. I think if Gamrot can get one more takedown, he can definitely secure the round. Can't stay down there, dude. You're getting elbowed in your cerebellum. Get up with the single. You got it. You got it. He's going to get strangled here. Almost. Back to the single. Back to the single. To double. Can he get it? No. Hooker doing a good job of defending, guys. All right, he's doing a good job of pressuring. I don't know who I'd give the round to. This is a tough one to score, man. I expected a tough fight, a close one, I think, but oh, nice little up jab there. The issue for Gamrot is that he hasn't been able to score top position. He did earlier in the round. I'm saying he hasn't been able to really secure any meaningful damage once he gets on top. He's kind of just hanging out on top. Trying to prevent the scramble, basically. All right, we have the Levi Jones-Liry versus Kade Ruotolo match coming up. That's going to be a barn burner. That's going to be for $1 million, I believe, right? Coming up. I'm kind of hoping that they get through this match, this MMA match here, because I want to see that. I want to see that live too. We missed the Nikki Rod match, man. Come on, now you're killing me, UFC. It's a good fight so far between Hooker and Gamrot. What I like what Hooker's doing is he's utilizing strikes. I know that's the first thing you should learn when you're learning MMA wrestling is if you're defending a takedown in MMA, focus on fighting hands, defense. Don't strike. I think Hooker has gotten to a point because his natural defense is so good from training for so many years that he can get away with elbows, punches, and all that, and actually focusing on striking off of the defense. He does it really well. He uses those elbows and he comes down right behind the ear. Nice right hand. He's coming forward aggressive. Nice body kick. Gamrot, can he lift? Can he lift? Can he lift? Can he lift? Can he lift and run him down? No, he loses the foot, switches to a head inside single, runs the pipe, but gets caught in the guillotine. That's tight. He spins out. He's wrestling in on the single again. He gets the takedown on Hooker. Shelves the leg, gets the foot above the head, but loses it. If I'm Gamrot, you got to pull this man off the cage. Pull him off the cage. You got to take him down in the center. There you go. Pull him off. He grabbed the cage. That was very illegal by Hooker. Gamrot up ahead so far. I forgot to fix the timer again. Hooker coming forward with combinations. So, as I said earlier, you see how Gamrot's looking tired? Because that investment to the body the first 2 rounds was very smart. He's fucking shoe-shining to the body. That's exactly what you want to do against a guy who wrestles as much as Gamrot. Push kick to the body. He's hurting him. He's hurting him. Beautiful. Beautiful by Hooker. Gamrot taking a beating right now. In my opinion, watching this, and it's not the visible shots to the head, it's the body shots like that one right there. He snuck in a right uppercut to the body. Nice job by Gamrot coming back, landing a right hand right on the cut. Now, Hooker thinks we're striking. This is when Gamrot has to change levels and blast through him right in the center. Let's see when he changes levels. I want you guys to anticipate it. It's going to come. He feints there a little bit. Gives him a nice right jab. Circles to the center. Now we should feint the jab, double. Let's see. Right. I want to see him shoot. I think it's coming. The issue is he doesn't want to run into a knee or a push kick. The good thing about push kicks, although they can be used against you, obviously, with the takedown artist, beautiful counter right hand by Gamrot, is it actually prevents the guy from shooting. Because now he's fearing a push kick coming his way as he lowers level. So it kind of freezes guys up sometimes. And that's what I'm seeing from Gamrot. He's being forced to strike. I think he's winning right now on the strikes. Let's be honest. The last 30, 40 seconds, he's been winning. If I'm Hooker, there's the shot. He parks on the knees again, though. You can't park on your knees, man. Hooker with the defense. Beautiful takedown defense. Eats a right hand on his heels there. Hooker is utilizing great pressure. But he's tired too. He's banged up. He's having a really tough time putting on consistent pressure and combination punching. Beautiful level change there just to get Hooker thinking. And that's exactly why he's not unloading, because he's worried about the takedown. Head inside position. Head inside position. And this has been a great defense. I want you guys to steal it if you're watching this. And it doesn't work if you're not well trained, but it is a great way to discourage a great wrestler. If you have a good 10-finger strangle, beautiful duck out. Can he get to the back? Shelf, 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 lift and run. I can't. This motherfucker is so long. 10-finger strangle, no, he gets out of it. What I was trying to say, and what Dan's done very well, isn't really great defensive wrestling. It's front strangles to prevent the takedown, because every time you're put in a position where you're getting strangled, you got to let go of the single. You have to address the submission. So Dan's done that very well, and also he has great attributes. So when you're freestyle wrestling a guy with such long legs, it's hard. You lift up the single, you run him down, and there's so much hip that it's hard to off-balance a guy with legs that long. Again, he's putting a 10-finger strangle. You got to be careful here. He's trying to duck his head and come out the back door. I don't know how they're going to score this. Listen, he can't get the takedown. I'm not giving you points for like stuffing a takedown. I'm giving a point on who's doing damage, who's trying to finish the fight. I'll be honest with you. You guys know that I thought Gamrot was going to win the fight. Even if he wins the fight, I'll take that. I'll take that. But and Hooker looks pretty fucked up. But I think Hooker may have won that. That's my opinion. I think Hooker. I felt like he was in more control. I felt like his ring generalship was better. I don't know. That's my thoughts. But if Gamrot wins it, I'll take it, because that's who I expected to win. I thought it was going to be a tightly contested match. I thought Gamrot would have done a little bit better. What I didn't suspect is that Gamrot would get rocked. And I feel like there were a few situations in there where he got hit and he looked like it actually affected him pretty terribly. All right, let's see how the decision goes. It's a good fight, though. It was a great fight. They're also in Hooker's backyard too, so I don't know, that'll probably play into the judging a little bit. But listen, man, whoever wins, they both fought their hearts out. It was a tight fight. It wasn't as if one guy really pulled ahead and really dominated in any meaningful way, in my opinion. He does, Jax. Yeah, I was saying that too. I mean, people underestimate him. Partly why I think his striking is so successful is you're so worried about the takedown and you're so cautious about that you're not really focused on your own offense, and then he can get ahead on you a little bit. He'll hit you with a quick up jab. You're like, what the fuck? I didn't see that come. Well, it's because you're thinking about the level change. And that's why a lot of good wrestlers will have success, not because they're good at striking, and Gamrot's decent, but really Gamrot's way below average for the level of fighting he's at. But again, he's just such a good wrestler. He's such an instigator. He comes in such good shape. He took tremendous damage to the body, and he wrestled every second of that fight where he was able to. Hard to do. There's a reason wrestlers come into MMA and they stop wrestling, because it's taxing. It's the most exhausting thing to do. Who are they going to give it to? All right, I'll take that loss. That was a fair loss. I suspected Gamrot would win it. I think Dan still has a few good ones in him, maybe. But again, I think a guy like Arman Tsarukyan puts it on him. Islam puts it on him again. You know, I oftentimes think, and I've said this before, I mean, you fight to make a living. You fight because you love to do it, number one. But if you really don't think there's a clear chance of you winning the title, what keeps you going? What is it that keeps a fighter excited about showing up every day and fighting when they know there's a very small chance they're ever actually going to win the title? It's hard to keep the motivation, but obviously Dan's been able to do it. He's been through a lot of downs, man. So respect to him. All right, we're going to slide over, guys, while we get ready for the next match. We have the finals under 80 kilogram.
Well, is that Kade's corner and Kade himself will know that he's down, so they know that he needs to get busy and actually do something to win this round.
Levi, the gentleman on his back in all black, has been doing so good, man. Such an incredible game, specifically with the leg lock game. Backside 50-50 opportunity. You don't want this guy on your legs. You don't.
Forcing the roll holds, and the judges are going to see that and know it's an intentional bit of defense.
He uses it to come up, and I think that was a great choice. It's a choice we haven't seen from Levi very much this weekend.
As you mentioned in his last match, how
What are you doing? Okay, don't get cocky. He's $1 million on the line and walking away.
Again, he drops back.
Well, listen, this is how... What's his other path to victory? He's going to get up and try to wrestle with Kade? That doesn't make sense. The guy's out here to try to win $1 million. He's going to stay in his A game, and you can dislike the strategy of it, but I guarantee that if Kade can't...
Oh, he said that, Jax? That's funny. I used to have great wars in the room. It was fun to watch. He would push Gordon always, again, because he's such a gamer. Not on a technical level, but because he's good at competing. Gordon would typically get the better of it. They did compete against each other. I think it was last year. And I believe Gordon won, but Nikki had a moment where he had a deep leg lock, which I think surprised Gordon. I don't think he'll have that opportunity in the rematch. Because now Gordon's going to be extra aware of the slight evolution in Nikki's game with lower body attacks. But we'll see how that match goes. It's fun, man. It's keeping the sport somewhat entertaining. We need storylines, so I think it's a good one.
Yeah. Kade, is...
Maybe I'm wrong, by the way. I'm looking at Goju. Maybe I'm wrong about the Kai fight, man. I mean, I'm thinking Erceg pulls it out, but it's not as if I haven't seen Erceg rock before and hit with clean shots. And like I said, Kai can finish him, no doubt about it. But I'm going to stick with my prediction. I think Erceg pulls it out.
Well, Kade's best look so far has been when he got swept from Levi's guard.
Kind of crazy, right? To think that maybe Kade's path to victory is actually to play from bottom here.
Well, I think Levi Jones-Liry is making a strong statement here that he's one of the best guard players on the planet.
I remember talking to Joseph Jen about this, and he was saying that Lachlan's guard retention is just next level. And
this is my name. What is this? I don't want to see people sit and scoot. It's high level, man. I mean, your path to victory, you have to choose what your style is best suited for. Levi, being a phenomenal leg locker, is setting up entries from his back. For him to stand up and wrestle would be counterintuitive. He would leave himself open to getting put in a bad position. So maybe from a spectator's perspective, especially if you don't train, I get that. He's looking to hit a Barambolo here.
He threatened to sweep. He got a pretty deep leg, I guess, attempt at an entanglement. He had a bit of a tangle going. Never really a heel hook threat, but
this is a very frustrating style to play against. Uh-oh, getting funky with that backside toe hold attempt here. Not going to happen. Not at this level, but very good attempt. Oh, cross-ashi attempt. Cross-ashi attempt.
Trying to pull that leg through. Ruotolo's going to keep all that weight on that right leg, not letting it suck forward into the closing 10 seconds here of round number 2. And guys, could we see the Australian go 2 rounds up here?
He's in cross-ashi. Can he get? He's going to the outside leg positioning. Beautiful. In my opinion, I'm watching this, and this is no knock on Kade because he's an incredible player, a very aggressive player, puts his whole heart into every movement. Hard to compete against a guy like that, by the way. Just technique for technique, it seems like Levi's just ahead of him. I mean, all the dangerous positioning I've seen since I've tuned back into the CJI has been on Levi's part. Levi's the guy in all black. He's been looking great with his leg entanglements. I mean, these are all problematic positions for, see, all of these positions are positions that, I mean, don't get me wrong, the outside toe hold is great, but it's kind of an opportunistic attack. It's not, he's not like getting positions that are control based in any way. Tell you, this guy is fucking good, man. This is a tough guy to beat. Let me see what we're doing over on the UFC too. Let me do a quick check. All right, I think we're still got a little bit of time here.
That they feel the top guy has the advantage, right? And that they feel that Kade hasn't actually had to deal with any legit submission attacks.
It just shouldn't be allowed. Right. It'll just be MMA, man. It'll just be MMA. That's so funny.
To be winning the rounds. Now, that doesn't necessarily need to be an active submission attack or threat.
That's what, like, guys who first start training jiu-jitsu, they're like, dude, I just wish I could punch, bro. Just let me punch, bro. That's like saying, a grappler coming into boxing and saying, "Let me, dude, you should be able to do takedowns."
Levi Jones-Liry,
It's boxing. It's a different thing.
able to get into a deep footlock. He's initiated. And
Yo, Jax, you hit him with that left hand, right cross.
B-Mac, let me just double check the language there, because I believe it is effective initiation of action. A little bit different from...
I mean, it's semantics. For me, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And from my perspective, if I were a judge, you know, that's how I would be looking at it. But the problem is that the thousands of people inside the arena here at the Thomas and Mack, you know, what they see is they see Levi Jones on his back playing guard. They see Kade Ruotolo pressing forward, you know, trying for those guard passes. And they see him backing out once in a while when his leg gets caught in a position. You know, they don't see it as close necessarily as our judges. They don't see the nuances in these positions and the micro details. But
Levi Jones-Liry with the off balance again here.
But you know,
I've been really enjoying the commentary here, but I will say a few times they were very biased towards the Kades, the Ruotolos, like fanboying out, which I get it. Beautiful straight ankle attempt here. I get it. They're, you know, great, very entertaining for the sport. It's good to push people who fight this aggressively. I get it. But just saying that is a little silly. Like, it's not even close, the match. And I love Kade's style. He's trying his best with the skill set he has. But all of the dangerous positioning is coming from the guy who's sitting on his ass. Okay, I get it. He's frustrated now, so he's giving up his back. It's not a good look. Don't do that.
Levi is firing off attacks from bottom that are probably like...
He's frustrated because he can't pass the guard. I mean, what I would do if I was Kade, instead of giving up my back, is sit yourself to guard and allow Levi to try to pass. And then maybe you can attack from the bottom.
Score defense here at CJI. You know, the guard retention of Leary is not what's scoring him points. It's the fact that off those guard retentions, or even sometimes just initially, he's then hitting offensive actions.
well, I mean, let's measure. Let's take an objective look at what is Kade doing. He's changing sides, he's getting a grip, and then he's backing out, and no grips. Now watch, he steps inside, he gets a little bit of a position, Levi recovers it, presses forward, tries to establish his own grips.
A good way to look at jiu-jitsu, because I know most of you don't train, and if you do, you're probably not at a high level, is to look at it like this. You can look at this and say this won't work here or there in a real fight, but you can say that across any discipline. You can look at boxing or kickboxing and say, well, I'll just bring a bat. And then the guy with the bat, the guy he's beating with the bat will just say, well, you know, if it was realistic, I'd just bring a gun. And then the guy with the gun will get outgunned by a guy with a fucking tank. So it becomes just an irrational, what's real? Then I'll spring a bomb. Then I'll spring a nuclear. It's like, what are we talking about? You really got to look at it as an independent sport. You get what I'm saying? Beautiful instigation from Kade, looking for the pass, but he's gonna have a hard time doing it because and that inversion, he's so good at getting his knees into his chest and getting his legs back in front of him. I don't know how they're gonna score it. I do not know how they're gonna score it, but it's gonna be entertaining. All right, so now we're getting into the Kai Kara France fight. We got these guys getting ready. They're showing the pre-fight package. Yeah, let me actually block these guys here. Let me see if I can block them. Give me 1 second. Fuck. Yeah, I got you. I got what you're saying. I'll get back to the MMA guys once the actual fight is on. Yeah, if you're new to jiu-jitsu, it's definitely like it's hard to even compute what's going on. Do you think Ryan Hall taps both of these guys? No, Ryan would be finished by both of these guys within the first 3 minutes, probably.
Like the guard play.
I think what's really going on is they love Kade Ruotolo. Yeah. So anything that's not going his way.
What Kade has to figure out is how to put Levi in danger.
Amazing Kade Ruotolo matches,
right?
And then, you know, especially after that match with Andrew Tackett, they want a bomb burner in this final, and Levi is very smartly not taking that bait.
Well, they want him to be Andrew Tackett, and he's just not Andrew Tackett. It's not the same kind of player. They don't have the same kind of skill set. They don't have the same kind of strategy.
Andrew Tackett's one of a kind.
Well, and by the way, Andrew Tackett's on the sideline watching right now. And Levi Jones-Liry is still out there with his strategy.
Exactly. Yeah, Andrew Tackett's, you know, he's going home with just $10,001, whereas Levi Jones-Liry is in the running here and in the lead on the judges' scorecards.
Yeah, but Kade's starting to creep ahead a little bit, maybe, in the eyes of the judges.
Well, you can't fault the fight IQ really of either of these.
This is round 4, so if I'm Levi on my back, I'm thinking about getting a little bit more aggressive.
Deep grip on
the last 2 rounds, you really got to start putting on the pace from bottom.
It is a feeling out process as well, right? You get more rounds, you get more familiarity with the patterns, you start seeing what works a little bit more.
Here's an entry. It's just not there.
Do you think perhaps you would like to see Levi be a little bit more aggressive and assertive in putting some of these entanglements into play?
Well, he is playing reactionary.
Gilbert Burns has great jiu-jitsu. Like I said, at this level, Gilbert Burns won't win at this level. This is the top level. And he has to divvy up his time with boxing, kickboxing, MMA sparring. So he gets submitted within the first round by these guys. But he has great jiu-jitsu. If you gave him like a year to like stop training all the other disciplines and just do sport jiu-jitsu again, I think he'd be competitive with a lot of these guys, 100%.
It's hard to score.
But if you just dragged him out now, even if he's in great shape, and threw him in here, and you saw it happen earlier with the chick, whatever, man, the chick who just fucking competed. She's great jiu-jitsu for MMA and great jiu-jitsu in general, but at the highest level of sport jiu-jitsu, because she has to divvy up her time and evolve in other arts, you kind of become not a jack of all trades, but you're just not as much of a master as you once were in that one discipline. Beautiful entry now. He's looking to get that leg isolated.
Yeah, that's the first time he's forced Ruotolo in this round to actually sit to the mat, and he's possibly going to get on one here.
Cage just too slick for that.
That's where you wonder if just a little bit more aggression, a little bit more meanness.
Kade with an Aoki. Kade had an Aoki there. Man, I'm just looking around the mat side. There were so many
quick check
supporters for Kade, but also including many of
all right, Erceg is in the ring. All right, we're getting ready. I'm going to slide out of the...
I see Mike Prates. I see Lucas Barboza. I see many big names from World.
Slide out of the jiu-jitsu match and watch this. Yes, we will get a poll up now for that. All right, what am I doing here? Polls up. What the hell am I doing here? Oh yeah, the fight. Where's the fight at? Erceg, in my opinion, pulls it out. Let's see if I'm on about this prediction. Kai Kara France with the Dominican shape up. Let's go. With the Dominican high fade. Let's go. Erceg. All right, I see some Ercegs. Some ties. All right. Steve from Blue's Clues. That's spot on, man. Yeah, I knew he looked familiar. Maybe I am a little biased, man. Maybe I'm a little biased here. All right, let's go, guys. Let me get my timer ready. Erceg's going to come on point. He's going to put Kai to sleep. Let's see how Kai does. Erceg composed. Better travel time for both guys, too. You know, both these guys are used to having to travel across the world to compete. So it's got to be good getting the opportunity to fight in your backyard, so to speak. Erceg, what I like about him is he's so precise. He doesn't waste very much. He places his shots extremely well. Right now, Erceg's walking him down, but he's doing it intelligently. He's not really getting reckless with it. Beautiful. Kai comes out aggressive, winging shots. Just whiffing past Erceg's nose. Erceg very patient this first round. He doesn't want to walk into anything big. Stiff jab there. Erceg stops him in the second round. Maybe first. Oh. Now what I did say was possible is Erceg getting caught with a right hand, specifically in either an overhand or a right hook. That's what Kai should be looking for. Erceg is a little susceptible to that right hook. Right now, he's doing pretty good. Got O'Malley coming up, too. That's going to be a good one. O'Malley. And, man, did they really butch that Noche UFC event at the Sphere? That is a terrible card. I mean, I get it. It's Mexican month or whatever, whatever the holiday is. Beautiful little combination by Erceg. But I think they could have done better with that fight card for the Sphere. You're getting ready for, you know, one of the biggest events ever. And the main event is, what, Shevchenko and Grasso? Come on, guys. Yo, the tickets were incredibly priced, too. You want to, like, get something in the nosebleeds? $15,000. So it's pretty obvious what Kai is trying to do. He's trying to draw Erceg in and then blitz him, and he's using a split stance blitz, which is a beautiful combination counter by Erceg. Right hook, right straight rather, left hook, and you can see it kind of got Kai's attention. Beautiful uppercut to the sternum that was well placed off the right hand of Erceg. Kai is starting to feel a little weird now. You see him in the middle range, kind of might get hit with something clean in these exchanges. See, Steve is a very much a rhythm fighter. He has to find his rhythm and his range, and once he does, he starts touching you up, starts placing his shots. And Kai, once he gets found out, he falls apart. You've ever seen him in the past. Once you get his number, you got his number. See how it goes. He's still trying to jab to the body. He doesn't watch for that right uppercut as he jabs to the body. But Erceg gets put down. Erceg gets put down. Was it a right hand? Oh, he's hurt. Erceg is on fucking Queer Street. Erceg is all over the place. Erceg goes down. They stop the fight. They stop the fight. Erceg wins Loses. I'm sorry. Kai wins the fight. Can we go back and see if it was a right hand? Wow, that's a big upset, man. Erceg, dude. I felt it in the air when Hooker beat Gamrot. I was like, ugh. Now, Uncle Steve's saving grace. Was it a right hook? I feel for Erceg. But I told you, who's a member here on the channel? Who's a member? I might be wrong even on this, but let's see if it was a right hand that landed clean. I said his fight with Danger Schnell. Let me see if it was a right hand or a left hand. It was a left hand. It was a fucking left hand. He blitzed forward. He set the trap. He got Steve to come forward, and he used the overhand right left hook and caught him at the end of that hook. Look, the right hand was a little short. Left hook wasn't. And that's what they tell you, right? When you first start striking. And Erceg made a cardinal sin, and that right hand just melted him. It's you never want to go. You never want to go backwards in a straight line. You want to cut an angle. And Erceg got caught going in a straight line back, and unfortunately got put out. Unfortunately for me, because we wanted to see Erceg win that, but Kai put him out. Look at that right hand, melts him. Melts him. Steve from Blue's Clues put him out. Wow, that was a hell of a finish, man. What a finish. So, guys, I'm just telling you the vibe that I'm getting from this card. I gotta say this. I kind of think, don't sleep on Izzy. I'm feeling something in the air. I don't, not to get all superstitious and whatnot, but I do feel like something's a little bit up here. I don't know. I have DDP to win the fight. I have DDP picked to win the fight. Let's get that poll up, as a matter of fact. I have this sense that DDP is going to pull it out. I don't really want to get back into all the reasons for why I feel that's going to happen. But I do think he's going to win it. Let's do a quick poll. All right, so who won this match, by the way? Let's check this out.
How did it end? We're just waiting for our MC to make his way back into the ring and make this announcement. And a reminder, we're also, after this, going to be giving out $50,000, $20,000.
Yeah, but like I said, guys, I have a sense that if there might be an upset. One of the calls that I made was that Izzy might end up walking DDP into something. We'll see.
Craig Jones Invitational. We'll go to your three judges at Ali's side. Your first judge, Zach Maslany, scores the fight 49-46, while judges Johnny Souza and Miha Povek.
I didn't watch the last round and a half, so I can't really call it.
48-47. All have it for the winner by unanimous decision. And now the under 80 kilogram.
They're going to give it to Kade because he's better for the sport. Or maybe he did well in the last round. I don't know. I don't know if he put my man in any danger. I'd have to go back and watch the match. I mean, we are doing jiu-jitsu here, but I don't know.
What a performance from Kade Ruotolo. The entire arena here on their feet.
Next for the title.
Well, that was a tremendous
that was a good fight, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Kai looked good in there.
For Kai France.
Again,
with that result, and he put it to
again, Kai, he just beat a guy in Erceg who lost a very tight decision that maybe could have went either way against Pantoja. Very tight fight. So Kai's got to be feeling confident after that performance. He's a weird dude, man. He's like, sometimes he shows up, and sometimes, more times than not, he doesn't. All right, we got our man DDP backstage warming up with his headphones on, getting ready to come out. Izzy's got to be feeling the nerves. I'm just thinking about Izzy, and there's a lot of pressure on him despite the fact that he's not the champion. There we go. If this is vintage Adesanya, maybe he reminds everyone of why he was so special. His ability to find that mark time and time again. He can do it. He definitely can do it. Do not sleep on Izzy. He can do it. My prediction, I think DDP bullies him, and if he mixes in the wrestling and he gets physical and he forces Izzy to fight when he doesn't want to fight, I think he does very well. But that's a big part of this next match. You know, can you force Izzy to do things that he doesn't want to do? That tires you out. That breaks your confidence. Why am I punching right now? There's no reason for me to be throwing punches. I don't want to. So DDP's got to do that. DDP gets stuck in the mirror because he is a clumsy goofball. If he gets stuck kind of stumbling over his big flat feet and lunging into punches and missing, and Izzy starts finding him, maybe it's a rough night for DDP. But we'll use the old adage in combat sports, you're only as good as your last fight. And let's face it, the last fight for Izzy was really bad. Sean Strickland just figured him out early. All right, we're getting it going. Main event is here, my friends. Get your votes in now. We got the poll going, SG. Let's get it. You got Izzy? All right, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel... The reason I said, it's worth throwing a few dollars down on DDP is because he's the underdog, which to me was shocking. How the fuck are you making DDP the underdog? It's hard to respect the guy that moves so goofy.
Was laid last July in Vegas.
They're still going to build this fight up a little bit more, I think. Crazy, man.
I feel like we ended up with the right result. I think the crowd, the chat, everybody watching online feels like we ended up with the right result. And we got another result for you right here.
Well, we've got this.
I got to rewatch this match, by the way, with Kade Ruotolo, at least the last two rounds. I'm not too sure. Maybe he got good position on Levi. I'm not sure. All I know is that everything I saw of that match was Kade kind of escaping leg entanglements.
Exciting fighter of the Craig Jones Invitational, and that is going to go to Andrew Tackett. Andrew Tackett, $20,000.
Andrew Tackett looked really good in this match, in his match against Nikki Ryan. He looked really good. He broke him early. Very impressive. All right, they're still building up the hype for this match. Let me get this off the screen so I don't get a copyright claim. They're still building up the Izzy fight. There's so much going on in this fight. I don't know really where to put my finger. I'm not super aware of the culture in South Africa. I know it's a lot different than the rest of Africa in that, they had the apartheid and it's just the whole thing. And the fact that DDP, as the first African champion, he's saying, I don't know if he said that, but he's the first African champion that is still training in Africa that doesn't rub people the right way. But it is a true statement. He still trains in South Africa.
There was a time to get Adesanya. Tonight was the night.
I just think he's a little too physical for Adesanya. And I don't know if Adesanya trusts his stuff anymore. The worst thing in a fighter, and you see it in boxing, you see it in every sport really, but especially in combat sports related to striking. You'll see it where a fighter stops trusting himself. You get what I'm saying? You stop trusting yourself. That is the worst thing that can happen. Oh, Izzy, Izzy, I'll block you, man. If you want me to block you, I can't show the match. It's you get copyright. Yeah, so it's easy for me for a while. I didn't give DDP credit because the way in which he moves is so clumsy. It's really the opposite of how you learn. This is genetically. He's not gifted athletically, but he makes up for it with his lack of coordination, with sheer power, tremendous heart, a lot of training, and it's gotten him to a point where he really trusts himself. But he does things out there that are very goofy. Remember when he suplexed a guy on top of him? There's just a lot of, there's like a whole meme page of just things that he's done that are clumsy. And Adesanya is diametrically opposed. Everything he does is beautiful. It's picturesque. It's like watching poetry in motion. But the clumsy goof can win sometimes if he can figure out how to just make Izzy uncomfortable from the jump. If I'm DDP, if I'm just hypothetically speaking, I'm going forward. I'm throwing out weird feints, big punches. I'm keeping Izzy on the back foot the whole time, cutting him off, instigate a few grappling exchanges, even if you don't get the takedown, get him thinking about that, get his lungs built up, burn his arms out. And then from that position, I think Izzy will start to say, wow, this is a really tough guy. He's strong. And maybe you'll start to break him mentally, remind him of how he felt in that in that fight against Strickland. Remind him of what he felt when he gave up on himself in that fight. You just got to convince him. Convince Adesanya that he's no longer really the guy, and then it'll be an easy fight for DDP. It should be an easy fight. I love it, guys. Drop your predictions in the chat. I see a few of you guys here. That's the thing. I watched this guy for a long time, and I'm like, this guy's terrible. And then I started to finally see what he was doing. It's that he punches from weird angles. He's unorthodox, and like you say, it's very hard to read. It's very hard to read a guy that moves like that. Izzy's walking to the cage now. It's very hard to time a guy who doesn't move like any of your sparring partners. Nothing he does is very traditional. And he has an underrated jab. He has pretty good calf kicks. He switches stances a lot. And he's really strong with the grappling. Physically strong, I'm talking about. He's very strong. But if Adesanya wins, I'll tell you what, Chad, I'll do a little celebration. I'm not a huge fan of him. Once he touches the mic, I just go, stop talking. But I enjoy watching him fight. When he's in the zone, he's great, man. Two fighters that lost to Strickland. I know some people hate Strickland, some people like him. I don't give a shit about him either way. I just think watching that fight objectively, I think he won that fight too. I think he beat DDP. It's my opinion. Oh, that's a tough prediction, and that kind of gave me chills a little bit. Israel breaks his leg. When you said that, I actually saw it happening. Yo, you might have pulled a Nostradamus in the chat right now. All right, Israel's walking into the cage as we speak, guys.
He seems up to the challenge in a fight that has a lot of
Israel has a lot of pressure, a lot, man. You know, he there's no doubt about it, he might hide it, but he's emotionally invested in this. DDP got under his nerves a few times with things that he said. Not just a servant statement. Yo, the bots are hitting my chat hard, huh? AR. All right, DDP making his way to the cage, guys. I'm honestly glad I ended up going live tonight, chat. I came close to not doing it. I was kind of sitting here like, I'm not really feeling energetic for this. But the CJI was pretty fun. And then the card's been pretty good. Surprised me a bit. Now, this fight is the fight that I'm here for. I'm going to be completely transparent. As I always tell you guys, there's a story here. There's something that we want to get to the bottom of. this is going to be a make or break fight for Adesanya. In terms of his title hopes, if there was ever a chance to get back to the title, this is the moment for him. The only other way I can see him getting to the title, let's say Adesanya drops this fight, he loses. The other workaround is that Robert Whittaker somehow gets a rematch with DDP, providing DDP is still the champion. Maybe DDP beats Strickland. And I kind of still think Whittaker, I know this sounds crazy, I still think Whittaker can catch DDP and stop him. I don't know why. I think stylistically he can do it. I think Strickland beats Whittaker. I think that's a bad matchup for Whittaker. And then maybe if Whittaker can beat DDP, if DDP is still champion, Adesanya beats Whittaker, and maybe Adesanya can get back to the title. That's some weird mapping in my brain that could possibly happen. But let's see how this fight goes. What do you guys say in the chat? That would have been funny, actually.
Pressure style. Leads the league in willpower, cardio. He's an undeniable finisher, and Dom, a lot of people point to his ability to mount.
I can't make out the song. I don't want to get copywritten. What's the song there, guys? James, you don't believe that that's his real girl, huh? That's great. I don't know. I've never kissed a man on his lips in my life. I don't care if you're family or friends. I don't care if you. I mean, maybe if you gave me a liver transplant, I'll plop one on you. Save my life, I'll plop one on you, chat. But you're my coach. You're my coach. I don't think we need to be kissing each other. The confidence in which he kisses this guy. Too. It's not as if it's like, oh, you know when you accidentally kissed the guy? Fuck, man. Kissed you by accident there. He plants it, and he's done it a bunch of times. Maybe that... did they do that in South Africa? Maybe they just kiss each other in South Africa. Oh, no, he's taking his pants off now. Jeez Louise. All right, DDP, as always, looks in great shape. You know, he gets tired out there, really badly tired, but he always hits that second wind. He always hits that second wind, and he does so good when he does get that second wind. He's hard to break. He's tough mentally. Damn, he's on a 9-fight win streak. Hasn't lost in 6 years. I rewatched his loss in 2018. He got knocked out. You know, Izzy can do that too. Izzy can catch you with a clean shot and follow up. He's a great finisher once he gets you hurt. Oh, he's pumped up. He's pumped up. He's pumped up. Stomps his way into the cage. He's staring Izzy down. Damn, this is great.
Plessis has touched down on that famed canvas for his first middleweight championship.
DDP, man, that's my vote. But you're gonna see me celebrate if Izzy catches him. I'm a forewarning. If Izzy catches him with a clean backhand, boom, puts him down, fucking DDP face plants. Oh, it's gonna be a celebration. 35 years old versus 30. Damn, he's 6'4", Izzy is. Wow, 80-inch reach. He's got such crazy attributes for the weight class. On top of his natural skill, crazy. You know? Guys, Izzy has a technique and the precision to smoke anyone. To make it, when he wins, it looks effortless. So he could do it, and I wouldn't be like I said, I'm telling you guys what could happen. It can be a precise down the lane backhand, puts him out. A check hook puts him out, Robert Whittaker style. I wouldn't be shocked. DDP puts himself in bad positions all the time. This is not a beautiful fighter, but I always think about, you know, who would I like to be if I put myself in the body of these two guys. Pause. I'm thinking, who would I like to be? DDP is a guy I'd like to be. I think I can bully Adesanya. I think I can rough him up. I think I can make him uncomfortable for 5 rounds if need be. I don't want to be Izzy. I don't want to have to be fleet of foot and be perfect. Izzy has to be perfect to win this fight. A lot of pressure. Again, Lil J says it. He can KO him just like he did Chama in the second fight. Can do it. It can happen. You cannot sleep on Izzy for a second. He's dangerous in positions where you wouldn't think he would be. Jax, funny enough, I was not pumped up about that finish over Chama, man. I'm a fan of Pereira. We never even got into the Pereira drama that just happened with that girl. Should have went live for that, but it's a touchy subject. I didn't know who was telling the truth. I couldn't get to the bottom of what was really going on. I think we figured it out now, but either way, I wasn't particularly excited about that loss. I thought he was kicking Israel's ass from fucking pillar to post, and then he just ran into a shot. But it was a well-placed shot. He threw it. He looked. He planted the shot. Fair win. Plessis going to take a loss. Here from CJI. Hell yeah, CJI. We were just watching it here on the stream, my man. We were watching CJI jumping back to this. Yeah, that's great job. Craig did such a great job. Guys, we're ready. The fight's going down. It's crazy, too, that none of us talk about Izzy's tit. Like, Izzy has a straight up tit from using androgynous hormones. And I would, like, he has money. Get that fixed. You know who also used to have gyno? The Rock. The Rock had terrible gyno at one point. He got it fixed. Got enough money to get it fixed. Oh, hell yeah, I hear you. All right, he's pumped. He's fucking pumped. DDP is pumped, chat. Get your votes in now. I'm about to close this poll up. Get your votes in now in the chat. I'm closing the poll up in 10 seconds. Ooh, awkward stare down. Very awkward. Why are you holding your hands up like that, DDP? Why are you doing that to DDP? Put your hands down, DDP. Ooh, they touch gloves. End poll. All right, that's it, guys. All right, let's get into this, chat. It's going down, chat. Oh, he says get out of the way to the cameraman. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of emotion going on with this fight. Izzy looks as calm as can be. DDP a little bit more hyped up. Let's go. DDP, is he going to break him? Adesanya comes out beautiful. Switches stances immediately and goes to orthodox. Backing DDP up. I don't like the body language right out the gate. I don't like that. I don't like that Adesanya was able to back DDP up so quickly. That's not something I want to see. Guys, just giving you a heads up, I won't see the chat because I'm full screening the fight here. Outside low kick is a miss. Adesanya just off body language, superficial bullshit. He looks great. Takes the center, switches stances. He's backing DDP up already. DDP has to understand, and he does understand this, what gave Sean Strickland such an advantage is his ability to push Izzy backwards the entire fight while being defensively sound. And I don't think DDP has that ability. When he goes forward, see, he lunges in like that with that big right hook. Adesanya has to place a left hand on him while he's coming forward, but it's going to take a little while to figure out the distance. Beautiful inside low kick. Ooh, Izzy gets hit with a little right hand on the beak. Got his attention for sure. See, the thing is with DDP, as we discussed in the chat before, is like you don't know when he's going to punch. He's very unpredictable. Izzy feinting nice, getting big reactions from DDP. Just doesn't want to run into anything. So be careful. Oh, he's running in with a big left hook. Almost lands it on Izzy. Big kick by Izzy there to the body, partially blocked. Throws his own left body kick. Awkward as can be. Izzy is calm in there, though, man. Oh, he pushes him back with the jab. Picks off the high kick off the right glove. This is a good looking Adesanya. Pause. He's in the zone. This is as good as can be right out the gate. I thought he was going to get bullied from the beginning, likely, but DDP will hopefully build some confidence. He's just trying to not run into anything, it seems like. Beautiful outside calf kick by Adesanya. Adesanya got to be careful pulling straight back, though, because he closes distance very quickly. DDP will throw 3-4 punches going forward from weird-ass angles. Catch you as you're pulling back. Adesanya moving very well. DDP kind of frozen a little bit, looking to let some bombs go, but doesn't really know how to get it started, how to start the combination. 2 minutes left on the round, roughly. Forgot to hit the timer again. Oh, falls into a body lock. Beautiful turn by Izzy, and he cuts DDP above the eyebrow, it looks like. Not a good look for DDP so far. Running in for a body lock and then failing miserably on the takedown. But you got to get Izzy at least thinking about the takedown. Izzy sharpshooting with the left straight, switching to orthodox. He does that really well. Switches stances and evades out the side, like laterally off that switch. Beautiful. See how he switches stances and steps to the side? Beautiful kick to the liver. Excellent. Moves out of the way. DDP whiffs on the body kick. Oh, big left hand by DDP. That's what he does well. He does 3 or 4 punches going forward. And Izzy ate one of them, but he wore it well. Oh, beautiful defense by Izzy. Oh, beautiful combination by Izzy going forward. This is not the Izzy that fought Strickland, and DDP isn't Strickland. I think stylistically, Strickland's a nightmare for Izzy. But DDP so far is looking like he's kind of tailor-made for this kind of sharpshooting, precise. Beautiful. Eats a right hand there, though. Like we say, DDP is still a dog. That's what he does so well, is he makes you fight. And he never gives up on himself. Nice outside low kick by DDP there. Be careful pulling back and circling there, Izzy. Put those hands up. Put those hands up. If his only shot is a hail, beautiful right uppercut going forward by Izzy. Goes back to the body. Beautifully placed lead uppercut. Come on now. DDP can't land a fucking calf kick to save his life. He's usually pretty successful with those, but you got to understand, Izzy prepared for fucking Poeton countless times. Oh, beautiful body shot by Izzy. Right to the body. Freezes him with the jab. Rips to the body with the right hook. Izzy's looking too comfortable. I knew it, guys. I said it. I said it after the Kai Kara France fight. I felt something in the air. I was like, nah. There's something going on right now. There's something going on in the air. Wow. Yeah, I think it's that night. DDP was real confident, but that was a terrible first round. It couldn't get much worse unless he would have gotten knocked down. Body language, ring generalship, whiffing on majority of his strikes, landed a few punches. Izzy's looking good, guys. Yes, Taz. Yeah, it was a close round. I think that Izzy did land the cleaner strikes. It seemed like brutal shot to the body, and he landed a few cute little shots, lead uppercut, things like that I think won him the round. But you don't want Izzy to start finding himself and getting comfortable. Izzy is a rhythm-based fighter. Once he locks you into that distance, it's hard to get out of it. Let's see if DDP can change up his style and go to plan B, because whatever the fuck the first plan was, it ain't looking good. He has to stop being friendly, too, with the smiling and the touching gloves. No, see? Izzy doesn't want to touch gloves. Fight. What makes DDP good is that he's a fucking mauler. He's disrespectful. There we go. Now this is the body language I was looking for with DDP. Go forward. Let's remember how he fights. There you go. You got a wing shot. Spinning back kick awkwardly. That's what you got to do. Just like that. You got to be willing to get knocked out. Just like that. Izzy has him biting on the feints. Not a good look, man. Outside low kick lands beautifully by Izzy. Beautiful double leg, opportunistic double leg, reactionary double. Izzy gets right back up with the whizzer, gets taken down again, and he gets back up. Can he get back up? Can he get back up? That's the question. He gets his back taken. Oh, the back is taken. Izzy's about to get choked out. This is what I actually said in my members only prediction video. What he does very well outside of just being a wild striker is that he's very strong in the grappling, physically very strong. And see what he's doing with the wrist ride? He's already got him. He's going to stop him. He's going to stop him. He's too strong. Strangles in. Izzy's turning out of it. Izzy's getting bullied here. This is what DDP does so well. He has really good strangles. He loses position, though, because he's a klutz. He loses position. Izzy's back up to his feet, chat. What a klutz, man. He had complete position. He had to force the rear strangle. Just chill out on top. Oh, he's looking for a break now. Izzy's putting the pressure on him. Izzy's putting the pressure on him now. He wanted a break. He said, I got hit low. He got hit to the body. He's not looking too comfortable. Izzy's looking to get him out of there. What happens when you offensively wrestle? Oh, he's missing punches now. He's whiffing on shots. DDP's looking a little awkward. Can Izzy find that kill shot? Can he find it? Uppercut in close. Can he find it? He's looking for the, oh, beautiful lift hook to the liver, pulls, counters. Oh, he finishes a takedown. Clumsily, as always, falls into an ankle pick and scores the takedown. Now he's on the back. Izzy's just straight grabbing the cage. You got to be careful giving up your back here. Now, if I'm Du Plessis, what I'm thinking of is if I get him back to the ground, don't force the submission. Ground and pound, control, take your time, man. There you go. He's back up again. Adesanya, underrated. Counter wrestling. I think we all knew he was great at it. He's really good off the cage. I don't suspect Du Plessis is going to be able to score a takedown off the cage. See that? How easy it is? This is all they do is city kickboxing. He has to work his way back up. Has to work his way back up. He does. Hard to take down, hard to keep down. I mean, Du Plessis is so strong. So strong. Izzy looking for the Kimura, but that was a smart move. It got Du Plessis to disengage for a second. Hand fight, you got to separate those hands. But Du Plessis strong with the clinch. He's really strong in there. It's hard to break that grip. Oh, nice foot sweep to break the base. Again, he goes to it. This is what makes guys tired, this style. Du Plessis breaking them down. But don't get it twisted. This same amount of energy, Izzy looks pretty calm in this position. When Du Plessis got back up to his feet after the first scramble, he looked pretty tired. It's more tiring to offensively wrestle than it is to defensively wrestle. And if any of you guys are trained, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So he's got to start making these takedowns count. This is only the second round. Nice left hook. Nice left hook. Nice left hook. He's getting busy. Those are some hard punches by Du Plessis there. Kimura threat, again, is going to get him to disengage. He has to use that to separate the hands, and he does. Excellent job by Izzy right there. Excellent job. Looking pretty good, all things considered. The fucking tired. Nice Uchimata attempt on Adesanya. Keep him honest. Got to keep him honest. Hey, you're in danger of being taken down too. But this is the fight, by the way, that I predicted would have to be committed to by DDP for him to win this fight. He has to make it crazy, sloppy, wild, all over the place. Great round. Great round. DDP won that round, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Don't get me wrong, Izzy gave a great account of himself in that round, but you got to give it to the guy that scored the back, scored the takedown, got the near strangle, landed some decent ground and pound in there as well. But it is foggy. I don't remember how the strikes were landed on the feet at the beginning of the round. It's a little foggy in there. But let's see how it breaks down. I'll give it 1-1 off the, I'm calling the fight, so I'm not really recording what's happening. I'm more focused on calling the action and the techniques. Felt like 1-1. What do you guys think? All right. Nice. So that was such a beautiful reactionary takedown. Almost got the rear strangle. I mean, he had Adesanya in some really tough positions here, guys. Yeah, now looking over the replay, I don't know how you can give it to anyone but DDP. My timer might be off by a second or two. All right. Beautiful job. And I just like the body language. The fact that Adesanya gets out there and immediately takes the center, I love that, man. It sets the precedent that I'm the alpha. I'm not going to fight on the back foot like the Strickland fight, like you thought it was going to be. Oh, nice body kick. Yeah, because listen, he's tired from offensively wrestling. Kick him in the sternum, kick him in the liver. Almost goes forward, kind of awkward there on the left straight by Izzy. Looking to plant that left hand. Yo, Izzy recovers so fast. He has underrated cardio, man. He's not even breathing hard. Nice jab by Izzy. Don't let him get into a rhythm, DDP. Don't let him get into a rhythm. Nice body shot. Right hook. DDP throws the wildest Flintstones combination I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, just levels on the feet, man. Levels. You know, that's why we underestimate Strickland, man. But there's levels. Just taking the fight in for a second, chat. Give me 1 second. Trying to see what the plan is for DDP here. What are we trying to accomplish? You'll find it. I think Izzy's going to find that kill shot. Oh, nice. Because he's wailing forward. I mean, you just got to plant it, Izzy. You got to just plant that shot. Plant that shot. He'll find it. Nice right hook to the body. Don't run into something, though. Izzy's falling forward a bit. Pulls back. Nice body kick. Nice body. Beautiful investment by Izzy. Going to the body, doubling up. Right hook, left hook to the body. Rare in MMA to see that. That's what makes him such a special striker, when he's actually dedicated and focused. Oh. DDP throws a big right hand there. Gets a little bit of attention, but he can't seem to plant a good one on Izzy. He's whiffing on majority of these shots. I can't wait to see the punch stats. Oh, spinning back elbow by Adesanya. Goes back to the body with the right hook. Jeez, man. DDP is huffing and puffing, which is always the case. That's no true indication of what he can do. He can still knock you out. I like that he's backing Izzy up a little bit more now. He was doing it. You got to keep on that. That's it. That's it. Throwing combinations like this. This is what makes DDP so dangerous. Is you think he's done, he's tired. Like we said at the beginning of the fight, his second wind is very dangerous. Look at him. See how he wings shots like this? He makes you fight awkwardly. That's what he's doing. Shoots an horrible single leg, but it gets you thinking. Now, if I'm Izzy, this is where I start picking up the body shots again. Right now. He's going to go. Yo, uppercut to the head. He's going to go to the body. Right hook to the head. That's the dangers with wrestling, man. It gets you so tired. Oh, he rocks Izzy with a left hook. I don't know if he slipped or not. He may have slipped there, chat. I may have overreacted, but it looked like he caught him with a left hook. He looks fine, though. Maybe it was a trip there. Ooh, right hook, right uppercut, left hook, rather. Trying to place it on DDP. So awkward, DDP, so awkward. Ooh. Nice calf kick by DDP there. That was really nice. Oof. Izzy's trying to set him up. He just missed that left hook. Be careful, Izzy. Getting a little too comfortable in that range, man. Nice body shots by Izzy. Beautiful. Big deep breath by DDP. Hard shots by Izzy. Rips to the body. DDP throwing bombs, but he just can't seem to find that kill shot. He just can't find it. This is going to be an Adesanya round, in my opinion. We might be going into a 2-1 situation going into the championship rounds. Yeah, no doubt about it. Adesanya won that round. It's 2-1 in my opinion going into the fourth. Wow. No joke, guys. This is a good fight. This is a very good fight. DDP taking those hella deep breaths. He looks tired. But what I love about him, this is all heart. He's dead. Look at him on the seat right now. He looks horrible. He's going to get up and fight as if nothing happened. That's all this. All right, we're getting into the fourth round, championship round, guys. I thought DDP would create more chaos, man. He's trying. It's not for a lack of effort, but he just has not been. I mean, and if you even want to look aesthetically, I mean, they're different makeups physically, but it looks like he has a little bit more damage on the face. But again, that's not really the best way of judging a fight because they're different melanin, and also just different people mark up differently. I just expected it would be more of a car crash than this. Oh, beautiful uppercut there. Oh, what a combination. And he sprawls on that double, heavy on DDP. DDP, relents to his back. Goes to a submissive state and goes flat back. Tries to surprise Izzy with a left hook there off the break. Very clever, but again, Izzy is on point tonight, man. This version of Izzy is a problem. He's digging to the body. And trying my hardest to be objective here. When DDP does something exciting, I'll let you guys know and I'll give him credit. A few good calf kicks. But just looking rough. Looking rough. Not able to consistent. Ooh, body kick was blocked. Oh, another uppercut. But he's found an opening for that right uppercut, Izzy has. So when DDP shells like this, he plants that right uppercut and then he digs to the body. It's just so beautiful. But that's really when DDP has to fire. He has to counter. As soon as he feels that like that, he sensed the uppercut coming, he threw the right cross to counter it. He has to get busy and he has to punch when Izzy is punching. You can't wait for Izzy to finish punching because when you go to counter him, he's gone. Oh, eye poke, maybe. I don't know. Could have been a punch. Gotta watch those fingers. Izzy's putting his hands out. He has those long arms, keeps you at range. And I think that might be also just another thing that DDP's struggling with. He just can't find it. He's a great puncher, heavy puncher. I wouldn't say great, heavy puncher. Nice body kick by DDP there. But he just doesn't have that pinpoint accuracy. His eyes bothering him, both eyes. Keeps touching his eyes. Body kick blocked by Izzy. Looking for that right uppercut. Oh, beautiful combination by Izzy going forward. Looking to put him out. Just misses the right uppercut again. Goes back to the push kick to the body. Great investment. DDP whiffs on another big overhand. Izzy goes back to the body and starts investing to the breadbasket. Let's see if he can set up some more straight lefts. Oh, he gets hit with a left hook and he does the I'm good. But that means it hurt him. That means it hurt him. 2 minutes left. This is the fourth round. Oh, he loses his footing again. Looks like it may have been a slip because Izzy's not hurt. In boxing, they would have scored that a knockdown. Why do I say that? Because if you This is what I thought the fight would look like, by the way, guys. Beautiful job by DDP taking the back. He has the rear strangle in. It might be over, guys. It might be over. It might be taps out. DDP wins it. DDP wins it. DDP wins it. That's the fight I thought was going to happen. Izzy had the fight won. But DDP kept coming forward, blitzing, throwing an awkward combination, and he found a few shots that I think slowly took the legs away from Adesanya. It was very quickly it happened, and it was enough to get the hooks in and go for the rear strangle. If you're not a member on the channel, that's on you. We talked about this in the pre-fight predictions on the channel. The members know this. I said he's great at strangles. He's a constrictor on the ground. He's very strong on the ground. I predicted that this would happen, or this was one of the lanes to victory.
Back to back for the middleweight king.
I'll say this though, man.
Knocks Dricus to Plessis. And as a lot of us expected,
I'll say he's talking to Adesanya. I'd like to know what he's saying.
Or apology. Dricus du Plessis is a.
I will say this though, it wasn't a beautiful performance by du Plessis. I still think watching that back, if I'm Adesanya, I go back and I go, dude, this title's mine. How the fuck did I lose this fight? Like, I was in the 4th round. Like, I was on my way to winning a decision. I think if he watches this over again, I think that left hook rocked him. That was beautiful. They're going over the replay now. See, this is what he does well, but it's so sloppy and ugly. He just runs forward and punches. Guys, if you're watching this and you think it's going to work for you, don't do this. Look at these right hooks. But then he waits on your hips, and then he gets that reaction. As soon as you go to build up to stand up, he throws the hooks in, and he doesn't wait for it. He doesn't even have both hooks in. He's just going for the short strangle. Look at this. Throws in the short strangle, gets the finish. Stop it. Stop it. Incredible. Incredible, chat. What the hell, huh? Yeah, I gotta say, though, not terribly impressive, in my opinion. Yeah, looking at this fight, I'm going to myself, man, if he stepped in there, like you say, with a Pereira type character, not going to be good. I think he struggles with takedowns against Pereira, and the shots that Izzy hit him with, Pereira would have put him out. So maybe if he wants to move up in weight and challenge Pereira, that could be pretty fun, actually. But Pereira has enough things on his plate. He has to actually fight some of the number one guys he has going out there. But that was a fun fight, fun card over time. Overall, rather. Not a huge Izzy fan. As a fighter, I like him, but I don't know. I think that was a winnable fight, which is a surprise for me to say. I thought it was going to be one-sided. I think if he watches the tape, he's going to go, oh, freak, man. This guy's not as good as I thought he was. I could have maybe worked on this, worked on that, not get caught going backwards. Just keeping your hands up as you're pulling back. I mean, game of inches, man. It wasn't impressive. The finish was impressive. Very good that he was able to sag the hips, get the back, get the strangle. And just stepping in the cage, this level was impressive. So let me just say that. It wasn't impressive because he wasn't in control for a lot of the fight. He was getting outclassed in positions where I thought he would be successful. He would have done well. By the way, if you're a member of the channel, you would know that I predicted that DDP would win the fight. Am I seeing a different fight? I'm reading the chat. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing this. I felt like he wanted it. He looked dominant. He controlled the center. He got hit with a few good shots and gave up his back. Guys, it happens. When you're rocked and you're trying to build up to your feet, people throw strangles in quick. I don't know what you guys are saying. Yeah, you guys are wild in the chat. I expect more of a... You guys have to have a better IQ than this when it comes to fighting. I don't say that Izzy should retire either. I don't think so at all. He just fought and did great against the champion. I think he should fight again. I think so. But DDP, man, he put it on him. What's next for him, though? That's what I want to know. What do you guys think? It was this hook. See this hook right here? That fucks your equilibrium up. You got to keep that hand up, man. When a guy gets in close range like that, you can't be... See that? All this with the hands down here? Because with a guy like DDP, he's going to come forward and he's going to keep punching until something hits. But it's like, does he want it? Does Izzy want to come back and go through it again and yada, yada? That's what it comes down to. DDP did a great job. I'm wondering, though, who's next? Maybe Chimaev, right? Chimaev and Whitaker going down? When's that fight going down still? Or am I losing my mind? Is Chimaev still sick? I think for a fact that I'm not speaking what's next for Izzy. I'm talking about DDP. What does DDP do next? That's what I'm interested in. Because the fight with Strickland too was closely contested. It wasn't that interesting. You know? Like, it was a close fight. I don't know. Like, can Strickland really separate himself now that he's fighting the champion? Especially if they end up fighting in South Africa or something like that. Dana's talking about putting that fight on. I'd love to see, I don't know. I thought Strickland won the first fight. I'd like to see a rematch. I'll be rooting for him in the second match. But, I don't know. I think DDP has more confidence now. It's going to be interesting. See how it goes. Is that okay? That's it. You guys follow what Dana's talking about. I see Dana's head. I scroll up. I do a quick scroll. He's always screaming. Big fight coming up. It was good, man. Yeah, like I said, I mean, he lost his last two fights, Izzy. Let me play devil's advocate real quick. He lost let me see what he says here.
His toughness, I already knew he was going to be tough and hard to put away, and I was cracking him, but yeah, I already knew he was going to be tough, so it wasn't a surprise. But I was quite strong in there. I felt strong, able to resist his takedowns. I just made a stupid, dumb mistake on the ground, and he adjusted well to the gable grip and then got me. But I stand by what I said. To my family, I will fight for you forever, I swear to God, no matter what. And again, I didn't do what I wanted to do tonight. And yeah, I'm disappointed in myself, but at the same time, I'm proud because this is the best I've ever felt. This is the best I've ever looked. And I just had the better man on the night, and I'll give him respect for that.
Izzy, you have fought 12 straight title fights.
I think it's gracious. Dealing with defeat graciously.
I didn't think this far. I didn't manifest this. But look, I know everyone, you guys love me. This is where I started my career in the UFC. This is where I made my dream. Right here in Perth. But look, I'm 35, I'm doing the right things. And I know all you motherfuckers want to see me lose, you want to see me down, but watch this. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!
Well, don't stay gone for a year again, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the last style bender, Israel Adesanya.
Well, you know he ain't going out like that, but he will be in the Hall of Fame one day, and perhaps Dricus du Plessis will be alongside.
Hey, man.
It's nice to see those gentlemen bury the hatchet, and perhaps they will show up in each other's.
Look at them kissing each other, little freaks, these two.
Indeed, is the South African Dricus du Plessis. Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of UFC, easy to celebrate, easy to enjoy.
Seems like they buried the hatchet. This is a great sign of affection here. Yeah, no, they handled it. I mean, good on them, man. Good on them. Guys, I thought it was fun. I had a good time here, guys. I think we had a good night of fight. Surprisingly, I really think so. I thought it was fun. A lot of respect from these two. I'm very shocked. But I think it's one black man to another. I think both LGBTQ plus AWB, my boy. Yeah, I heard about the dog stuff and I attached myself to it as like making fun of him, but I don't know the specifics about what really happened. Kiss the dog. If that's really the case, they'll bury this guy. Fuck this guy. I don't know what the specifics are. I just think it's hilarious. Something about a dog. But yo, listen. Yo, listen, it was good. Yo, join the Discord pinned at the top of the chat. I think it was a good card, everybody. Overall, we had a good time tonight. I'm glad you guys stopped in. We're going to pack it up now. We'll be back. Who knows when we'll be back? We'll be back soon now. Watch the shorts. Watch the long form videos. I'll see you guys very soon. Join the Discord. We'll keep the party going. What are you guys saying in the chat before I get out of here? Oh, nah, he did that for real, Taz? That's horrible. If he really did that, like, wow. That's pretty disgusting. Peace out, guys. Have a great night. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. All right, be good, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.